Run when the rhythm's right. Go into the night. Grow until you're out of sight and you're out of my mind. Run when the rhythm's right. Go into the night. Floating as the river flows, easy as it goes to the ocean. So walk on by, I've got no reason to love you, but I do, I do, I do. So walk on by, I've got no reason to love you, but I do, I do, I do. Show me colors of the sky, but all I see is gray. You lost me when you lied. Promise me, but you never tried. Secrets in your eye, you go and run, I'll hide. Show me colors of the sky, but all I see is gray. You lost me when you lied. I don't ever wanna be crowned, just another prize. It breaks my heart, heart, breaks my heart, 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 breaks my heart, 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 breaks my heart, 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 breaks my heart. Lost in the midnight blue, shadows of the moon. Here with open arms for you, feeling something so new. Said with me you'd reach the sun, oh but we were so young. Till the summer's done, but keep me in your heart, so I hold on. So walk on by, I've got no reason to love you, but I do, I do, I do. So walk on by, I've got no reason to love you, but I do, I do, I do. Show me colors of the sky, but all I see is gray. You lost me when you lied. Promise me, but you never tried. Secrets in your eye, you go and run, I'll hide. Show me colors of the sky, but all I see is gray. You lost me when you lied. I don't ever wanna be crowned, just another prize. It breaks my heart. Colors of the sky, breaks my heart. All I see is colors of the sky, but all I see is colors of the sky, colors of the sky, but all I see is colors of the sky, but all I see is colors of the sky, colors of the sky, but all I see is colors of the sky, all I see is colors of the sky, colors of the sky. to the ground now, and somehow I feel like you don't know me. Shook me to the ground now, I don't even know how. Brought me to a life that you never showed me. Coming from a locked up ghost of yourself, but you're coming from the light. There's more to you than you ever thought there was. Yeah, you're coming from the light.
All right. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, and welcome. My name is Resorty, and to you, one and all, I say, hello, friends. Welcome back. How's it going? There's noms. That's great. This time you looked at yourself. I enjoyed that. Yeah. That's good. I enjoy that very much.
Here, I know this one.
That's good too. You're really good at waving everywhere. You can climb under the table and pop on the other side, waving here, waving there. Oh, where's she gonna be? Oh, there you go. Very surprising.
Boy.
Excellent. Hello, friends. Happy Saturday here. Happy Friday where you are most likely. Thanks a whole bunch for the resubscriptions. Rog, I really appreciate that a bunch. Friend Axix, thank you also for continuing your subscriptions over a very, very long period of time. Means the world for sure. Y'all are adorable, says Jewel the Sea.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah, that's very nice. Is this how we are 24/7?
Kind of.
We have a good time.
Yeah.
We have a good time. Absolutely.
Yeah.
Hello to you, Mom. It's good seeing you. Happy weekend. Hope things are going swell. Happy New Year, Mom, for sure. Hello, Jack and Gelizar. How's it going to you today?
Oh, it's real Riz Mama. Well, I wasn't sure if someone's name was Mom, and I was like, oh, hi, Mom. But you mean real Riz
I mean, my actual
Hi.
factual mother. Yes, indeed. Hey, Jewel the Sea. Thanks for the Prime sub. I appreciate it very much.
I'm going to create an account with the username Mom something, and then you'll call me Mom.
Do you want to be called Mom?
No.
No. Jewel the Sea, thank you again
Especially
for...
because we don't have children.
We don't have children, it's true. Yeah, absolutely. Pepper, how's it going, my friend? A pleasure. Have I missed anybody? Gelly, hi. Sci-Fi Sansi, thank you for the resub also. Look at that, live for like 3 minutes of talking and 4 subscriptions already. My goodness. Thank you each and every one for your continuing support of the channel.
Wow.
As always, I spend literally all the money I get from the stream on feeding the cats. Kibbs and Britches, good to see you today for sure. I am stumbling backwards into my green screen. Did I knock it out of place?
No.
Looks fine for now.
Well, the cats wanted extra treats.
The cats did want extra treats.
Singular
It's
ones.
true. Hey, Pepper MG, thank you for the resubscription also. Again, a very long period of months. It's very much appreciated. Thank you for keeping the good times going on a lovely Saturday sub streak. That's nice, yeah. Fernandes, hello friend, how's it going? Hello. So what do we got for you?
Well,
Today?
We have Sasha, who wanted extra
Oh,
food.
yeah, thank you.
Just because she wanted extra food. She didn't want to eat it.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
Sasha's our sick cat. Because she's sick, we're very much wanting her to eat anything she wants to eat just to keep her body weight up. Because she is a kitty who is not eating all that much.
And she didn't.
She didn't anyway, right? She's always the thinner of the two cats.
Which is not hard to
Not hard to do at all.
Yeah.
But her body weight has been going down kind of sequentially, consistently, over the past few months. And so basically anything she wants to eat, she gets. Including like pieces of cheese and pieces of meat and really anything she wants. But the thing she seems to love most of all right now are these individual packed, I think they're called kitty candy. Yeah, they're called kitty candy. And what they are is like a very, very soft pablum? Pap? I don't know what you call it.
It's like if you put, you took like soft food, wet food.
Yes.
And then you put like gelatin in it to make it hard. It's like Jello jigglers for cats.
That's exactly right. Jello jigglers are similar consistency. So it's soft food, but it's also in some ways like made hard, sort of.
Yeah.
Inside of it also has like little pieces of cheese.
Yeah, this is the cheese flavor, which
cheese
she
flavor.
likes most
She
of
does
all.
not like any other flavors, even a little bit, but the cheese flavor she's all about. Hey, sedate your mom. It's good seeing ya. State your mom, not my mom. But thank you much indeed for the 27 months in total of Prime subbing. Wow. Appreciate that a lot. These Rimworld days bring out people with very, very long subscription times. It's always shocking. I've been playing Rimworld for ever. Yeah, for sure. But this treat she loves most of all. And because it's individually wrapped, and only the one thing, and I want her to eat it, we have a bit of routine of ensuring that she is able to get the food and the other cat does not do so. And earlier we had to do a whole bunch of things to stop him. Now he generally stays away, but in the period we're opening the little treat bag, Sasha knows it's for her, and she very excitedly cries out. Generally speaking, she's a pretty quiet cat, but in the morning, she will sit where she gets her special treat and make this, higher pitched chirping. And initially I thought it was distress. Initially I thought it was she is wanting this food, give it to me more quickly. And I think I decided it's actually delight. It's excitement.
I think it is.
It's excitement of the food coming. And so we put it down and she loves it. She loves it. She gobbles it all up. Good to go. And then about 10 minutes later, we're having the morning coffee, having the morning chit chat. And Sasha comes over again. Indicating she'd like another one. And we say, well, she needs to eat food. Anything she wants, she gets. And so again, we do the same routine. We bring her little treat, and she chirps excitedly, very much wanting this. And I put it down, and she licks it once and walks away. Noms rightly said, I think she wants to be served. She does not want to necessarily eat.
Yeah.
Yeah. She is such a diva.
For a third one after.
She did ask for a third one.
Fritz then ate that one.
Yeah, because
she came and asked for another
exactly
one.
because Fritz had stayed away like a good boy. We said, okay, fine, you can have it, no worries. But yeah, she then wanted a third one, and we refused.
We don't want to get her in the habit of just asking for more and more just because she wants to, as Core Traption said, right? She just wants to be able to push the button and we go, okay, here's your little treat.
Yeah, I mean, there probably will be a time if her body weight gets low enough where I will just keep serving her and feel very, very...
Fritz will get larger and larger.
Yeah, exactly right. Feel very, very dumb about doing so, but... Yeah. It's strange how my attitude towards her eating has changed, because I didn't really worry at all about it. She's a cat. She eats food. Whatever. But now it's I need every pound on you, little baby kitty, so please keep eating.
Yeah, I mean, there's liquid things, too, for actual baby kitties.
Yeah.
Probably end up doing
that is supplemental kitten milk. She probably would drink that.
They're really into dairy.
The cats do love dairy. They're not great with dairy in the obvious ways, but
they like it.
They like it a lot. So.
Like Japanese people.
It's true. A lot of Japanese people, lactose intolerant. One of the more popular foods here, dairy.
Very popular.
Riddle me this. Yeah. All right. So earlier today, I lied to you. I lied to you by saying that all the money that comes in through Twitch goes straight to the cats. Now, a lot of it does. But occasionally, I spend money in other ways, too. And one of the ways happened yesterday. Here in Tokyo, there's a large bookseller chain called Books Kinokuniya. Mm-hmm. Books Kinokuniya.
It's in the States, too.
Is it?
In, L.A., Chicago, New York.
Oh.
There's...
If you live in a big city, you may already know this place. But Books Kinokuniya has a bunch of locales throughout all these places. And... most of them, they just have a whole bunch of Japanese books and a very small English language section, too. But in one store, in the ward of Shinjuku, I believe, there is a Books Kinokuniya that is, 95% foreign language books. And we got an email or a Facebook message or something.
Yeah.
Saying...
I follow them on Facebook.
You follow them. I appreciate you do that. Saying for the first 5 or 6 days of this week.
This weekend.
It's just this weekend.
Friday,
3
Saturday,
days.
Sunday.
3 days this weekend. They will have, 20% off? Mm-hmm. 20% off on all foreign language books. And now I can imagine a random Japanese person saying, foreign language, who reads that? We do.
I mean, I'm surprised by the number of Japanese people in there, actually. I'm consistently surprised by the number of Japanese people browsing.
Yeah, I think what I was thinking there is...
Japanese. I mean, I'm just assuming they're Japanese from... Like, it's
Yeah.
not a fair thing to do.
Yeah. So definitely, the reason I say that is 'cause I can easily imagine the average American person hearing, oh, Barnes & Noble, do they still exist? Not sure. Barnes & Noble is giving 20% off on foreign language books.
They outlasted Borders, which surprised me.
And Americans go, eh? You know, sign me up when it's travel books or sports books, but definitely not on the foreign language books.
Yeah.
Anyway.
I mean, I didn't see very many people in the Spanish, German, and French section.
There was one guy who was looking through every French language book. Like, he was going bit by bit quite impressive.
him.
Yeah, but English is the main language there, of course, and so there are a lot of books like that. One quick pause. There are a couple of comments on Sasha.
Yeah,
I change
yeah.
topics too quickly sometimes.
Yeah.
I always forget that it takes time between when the words
are
come out of
typing.
here and when the resorty chatting happens, and then the words appear. So I'm sorry, I need to pause more before
I have
topics.
frequently deleted so many things that I've started typing because it's like, oh, the moment has passed.
That's unfortunate. It's
Yeah.
unfortunate. Yeah, I think I need to be comfortable in the silence. In the classroom, I am, but here I'm a little bit less so.
Yeah, because maybe people will be afraid that their computers have stopped or their internet has crashed.
If I just stop talking, I mean, this happened a couple days ago. I don't know if you were here for it, but for some reason, out of nowhere, my microphone just stopped working. And it was weird because someone
It needs to be exercised, obviously.
yes, we need to hire an exorcism at a local Shinto shrine. It was weird though because someone said in chat, "Hey, your mic is muted," and when that's said, I ignore it because that's a very common troll on Twitch and like make the streamer freak out and hear them talking in a freaked out way.
Oh, so does that mean that I've been trolled in my Zoom meetings?
Possibly. Yeah, but then a bunch of people all at once said it, including long-term members of the community, etc. I said, okay, gosh, there's actually the problem here. And I did the obvious thing, which is push the mute button on and off, and nothing changed.
Did you hit the mic?
I did not hit the mic. I don't want to break it.
That's the other usual thing that people do. Hit the thing that is broken.
Why aren't you working? Hulk smash. Is that what I did? Is I went through and quickly unplugged and replugged in all
your
of the
cables.
connections. And one of them did it. And so this story, like many of you saw it happen live, but it has no satisfying conclusion. There is no like, oh, identified what the big problem was. It was instead the case that something.
Oh, there was an ad in the middle of the conversation.
There are ads all the time.
Oh.
Absolutely.
It's just like when we watch YouTube now.
Yeah, but we continue watching. You know,
I know. I'm just being dismayed by. I think now, in the net world, we have to watch ads more frequently than we did in television world. Because in television world, it was every 15. It was like what, 2 minutes every 15 minutes?
I don't know.
But now I feel like there's a lot more ads.
Yeah, the problem with this conversation, the part where I feel not super great about this conversation is I make them happen. They're not forced on the channel. It's me being greedy.
Oh. Well, let's talk again about more things that you do with other people's money.
What do you mean other people's money?
Well, money that other people give you, or that, I guess, Amazon gives you? I mean, good for you for taking Amazon's money and then spending it at Books Kinokuniya.
That's right. I spent it on
will show
books.
them.
Absolutely. Yeah, I mean, Amazon's trying to get market share here. Amazon's trying very, very hard to, trying very, very hard to get like major market share here. I think so far they've succeeded in like house goods, especially things that are regularly coming to the house, but not in books.
Yeah, they're much more expensive. I mean, in Japanese books, I guess I guess the prices are okay, but most people still, it seems like, are going to books.
Yes.
There's like a chain called Staya that's really quite popular, and especially because manga are so cheap, and people want them that day. They want them when they come out. So you might be able to pre-order, I think, but then I think people just would rather walk into the bookstore that's by their station and pick up and read.
Exactly. Even though manga are books, they are just really inexpensive. They're like 300, 400 yen. Yeah. So much cheaper than a normal book. And like you said, people want it absolutely immediately.
Yeah. I think it's kind of cool how there's still like this hi.
How you on camera there, not so much.
Probably not so much.
That's fine. Yep.
But I think it's really cool how there's still like this serial reading culture that like in the quote unquote West, was around in the time of Dickens, right? Where Dickens used to publish in the newspaper and people would wait for it.
Arthur Conan Doyle also.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, that would be terrible. You have to read a Sherlock Holmes mystery serially?
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, so in that way, like you didn't get like the big twist, the big reveal until the next newspaper, and that way it was good for the readership, and they could like get excited over it. Also, very good for the newspaper seller. Yeah. I agree in this case that she is quieter than I am, unless she stands right here. It doesn't quite get fixed, but.
Oh no, maybe they mean lower in
height. I mean, she's quite short also, but no, I'm guessing you mean auditorially. Hello. Would you like me to come down?
No, it's okay.
I can stand over here and be quieter and just very... Oh, you mean height. Yeah, we have more than a foot between us.
Yeah.
And I'm also standing
That makes it sound like between the two of us, we are more than 1 foot tall.
Oh, I thought you meant that between us this way is more than a foot, which there also is right now. Yeah, but this way, it's true, it's true.
Okay.
What was I talking about? Right?
Kinokuniya.
Ads. Yeah, the polite thing to do, and this is where like I'm a failure as a streamer. The polite thing to do is if you're gonna run ads, do it this way. All right, I'm gonna run an ad now. For the next minute 30, I will do nothing of interest. I'll just stand here and vamp, and you do that like every 30 minutes, and you push a button to start them instead of letting it auto run. But I forget to plan my life that way, and also the kind of games I play are just not great for taking regular breaks. Some people do it this way. Like they say, okay, I'll be back in like 3 minutes. Somebody go get a drink. You should get a drink too. Use the restroom, right?
Yeah, you could run out to the vending machines in that time.
I definitely could. Yeah, but I'm someone who like because of like the depth of gaming inside of me, I just lock in. There are no physical needs. I lock in and just play games without a thought of anything but the game. I have a lot of fun, but probably a bad host in that respect. Yeah, that's how it goes. Anyway, yesterday I went to the bookstore. Oh no, cat stuff I thought I was going to read, and we did not do that.
Yeah.
So let me scroll up and find that. My mother suggests I tried putting wet food on the cat's paw, so she has to lick it off.
Not a bad idea.
It's not a bad idea, except one, I especially would hate me grabbing her paws to do that. But more than that, she's having trouble keeping her hands clean, paws clean right now, because when she licks stuff, like it's just not clean saliva anymore. I don't know.
Sometimes
she's still groomed. Yeah, she's still groomed. It's just not great, and so I think she's having trouble licking her paws correctly.
I am more concerned that Fritz might bite her paw off.
The other cat would come over quickly. Yeah, I don't know. We can give it a shot, I suppose. I don't want to, annoy her terribly. And yeah, I can imagine her having trouble getting them clean because of the growth she has going in her mouth. But yeah, we're trying for sure. And then kids are in the process right now of feeding your kitty cat a roasted chicken.
Yeah.
Love it.
That's like at Costco, your favorite store, right? We learned that's their loss leader?
Yeah, both at Costco and Walmart. Those like big roast chickens that are out front that you can pick up on the way home. Apparently they sell them below cost because very few people actually manage to go inside and just buy that one thing.
Sure.
So while you're there, you may as well also pick up some popcorn and also get some soda pop and everything else. Some mashed potatoes. Everyone needs mashed potatoes. Yeah.
It goes with your chicken.
Yeah, it's true. Yeah. It's true. Same kind of thing is apparently Costco has their, $1 hot dog meal, or $1.50 hot dog meal. And that's another loss leader. They don't care about making money there so long as they're getting people into the store. Oh, yeah,
because it's by the exit. So you have to walk through the entire store to get to the food part.
It's true. And on the way, gosh, may as well get a 14-pack of breath mints. Whatever, I don't know. Who knows? Anyway, went to the bookstore yesterday and got some books. The thing to say here is, though it was Noms who noticed the deal and said, let's go do that. How many books did Noms end up buying?
You make me sound illiterate. I'm not illiterate. I just have a large stack that I still need to get through that we already own.
I meant to make you seem frugal.
Oh, okay.
But you're not illiterate. After all, you read the sale, right? The sale said 20% off. And you came to me and you didn't say, Resorty, what does this say?
I'm not enumerate. It says 20% off and the dates.
It's just the words you have trouble with between. I understand. Yeah, but Nam's like went through the entire bookstore looking at all the books, seeing all she got, and really decided that she didn't need any of them. Because even the ones that appealed to you, you said,
I could get it at the library.
You can get it at the local library. And
I am a supporter of our local library.
Yeah, it's true. But what the university library has scattered English language books, and then the ones that are in Japanese you might want are available at the local ward library.
Yeah, and anything in Japanese that I might want, one can actually get pretty cheap from Papa Jeff, as we've talked about.
Yeah, it was a strange thing. I had this moment of like, wait. I have run through the bookstore picking up an armful of books, 7 or 8 of them, and now I'm like, I'm not getting any. I can go to the library. I'm like, oh no, is this a trick? Am I being tested right now? Have I not correctly refused the bookstore and gone to the library?
I mean, that said, I think over the past few months, I've picked up books here and there, like at the used bookstore and stuff, and I haven't gotten a chance to read them.
Yeah.
So I'm behind, and I still have like Lonesome Dove that I want to read that I brought from the United States.
It's true.
To read.
It's true.
So.
And just yesterday, day before, there was a New York Times crossword question about Lonesome Dove, saying where does the big cattle drive in Lonesome Dove begin? And I looked to Noms because I know she's been saying for years now, I'm going to read Lonesome Dove. And I thought you had, actually.
No.
But no. But the answer is the Rio Grande. The Rio Grande is where it begins.
Yeah.
And
you didn't give a spoiler alert.
Oh, spoiler alert! If you're doing 3-day-old crosswords,
or you have yet to read,
it actually may be today's. The problem is that we are in the future, so we often do the crossword the day before Americans do. Sorry if I spoiled the crossword. Yeah. Anyway,
spoilers.
I'll show you some books I got. We like show and tell here. So this one apparently won the Pulitzer Prize in Fiction last year, and that's the entire reason I bought it. If you win awards, I'll buy your books.
I did also look at that one too.
Did you?
Yeah.
Now you can look at my copy anytime you want to.
Yeah, I mean it has all these seals of approval.
You can look at it. You may not touch it.
I look with my hands, remember?
You do. It's often the case that while we're having walks throughout Tokyo, Noms will see some lovely flowers or a tree and say, ooh, I want to look at that. And then she goes over and she grabs it. Even though often they're owned by private people as opposed to the city government.
They're in the public space.
Yeah. I don't know. I think I was raised a different way than you, my friend. I think I was raised to believe that we look with our eyes, not with our hands. Anyway, it's called The Netanyahus, and it's an account of a minor and ultimately even negligible episode in the history of a very famous family. And I think it was the subtitle that got me in. I like these sort of overly verbose subtitles that go and go and go. It also won a ton of awards.
Did you even read the back cover before buying it?
I did, and what I found most of all is that it is simultaneously literary history rather, and also a campus novel.
Oh, I like academia novel. Is it a satire?
It says it's humorous fiction.
All right.
Yeah, we'll see how it goes. But I find it delightful that it'll be about how awful professors are and how awful administrators are, and that's always a good time.
Always good.
There you go.
Oh, okay.
That's number 1. Number 2, got a book by...
Look, I'm looking with my hands.
Oh, got a book by Jam Coetzee, the South African, is that correct?
Yes.
Yeah, South African author who has been expected to win the Nobel Prize in Literature over and over again for 20 years. Might never win it, we'll see. I've actually never read any of his books. And so yesterday, standing in the bookstore, I took out my phone and said, what is Coetzee's greatest novel? Oh. And they came back saying that Disgrace is the most well-regarded, and I don't know if it is. But it includes, after years of teaching romantic poetry at the Technical University of Cape Town.
Oh.
So once again, a book about professors.
I'm trying to remember if I've read this one.
Yeah, I don't know. I had a friend back in graduate school who was hugely into Coetzee, and encouraged me to read it regularly, and I never did. So there you go. Book number 2. Not the best recommendation, I suppose. I grabbed it randomly. There you are.
It has a dog on the cover.
Yes. And then many of you have heard me talk about George Saunders before. He teaches creative writing up at SUNY Buffalo, I think, State University of New York up there. Is that right? It's one of the Sunnis. Yeah, I can't remember. Anyway, George Saunders put out a recent collection of essays and short stories called Liberation Day. And I will buy basically anything written by Saunders. He has like a delightful and cheersome approach to the world, informed by his own Buddhism, that is in the sphere of what's called magical realism. So he tries very hard to have a totally stable understanding of the world that also includes a certain amount of playful magic. So occasionally it's like, let's have a very serious story about a graveyard, and there are actually ghosts there. And is anyone like, oh, this is weird? No, they're totally cool with ghosts as a normal part of the world. He's at Buffalo State. Thank you very much, Contraption, for getting that one right for me. Yeah, I think he's wonderful. I can definitely offer more recommendations there. But yeah, his big book, his first novel called Lincoln and the Bardo, he's very, very good at very...
Did you really say Isn't that the one that's really, really highly regarded?
Yeah.
I thought it was really highly regarded.
In my view...
It might have won some prizes, maybe.
I think if it won prizes because it was George Saunders moving from short fiction into novella, or novel-length work, rather. My view is really though. It has beautiful setups, some beautiful sentences and staging, but it also...
Here. For you.
Thank you. Also, unfortunately, does just kind of collapse in the end into a really unsatisfying ending.
Oh, just like Alice in Border. All right, wait. Never mind. No spoilers.
Yeah, I mean, I think lots of creative works struggle in the end. How on earth do you take this magisterial product of 20, 30 chapters and then say, okay, and the meaning of it is... Anyway. Then 2 academic books. One by a guy named Walter Benjamin. He's a Frankfurt School critical theorist. Some essays I like a whole bunch about the meaning of art in the contemporary world. This was written in the period just after World War II. And I don't know why. I was thinking like it was time to read some theory, read some critique of the world. Benjamin and his colleague Adorno hate jazz more than anything. So I look forward to having some new arguments about why jazz is terrible.
Jazz seems beloved here in Tokyo, so good luck.
It is true. Yeah, here in Tokyo, there's not huge interest in any music other than like orchestral and then jazz. Yeah, it's true. And then lastly...
there's one more thing to say about this one.
Oh, the thing to say about this one is we owned this one back in the U.S. when we sold it.
Well, I don't know if we sold it. It might actually be in my stack.
Oh, okay. We may have stored it in a storage locker in St. Charles, Illinois. And this is a problem I have, because as I'm here now, I keep thinking I would like to have books that I sold. I'd like to have books that I do not have at hand. We may need to bring all of the books from the U.S. Well,
and I mean, there is some sort of U.S. Postal Service thing where you can pay less of a fee, but it has to fit into a bag or something.
Yeah, it can be a bag of media in particular, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, so you can send a bunch of books or magazines by bag rate.
Which is not as crazy expensive as everything else.
But we'd probably have to pay an airline ticket to go back and pack them up and mail them.
Yeah.
Or I can just make my father do it.
Oh, gosh.
Is there international media mail? It's something like that.
That's what it is.
Yeah, but exactly right.
It's still kind of expensive, and I think we don't know what kind of shape things would come in, because who wants to put all of their books in a bag?
We can
put cats in a bag. That's okay.
That happened. Yeah. But, we'd wrap them in bubble wrap or something to maintain their integrity, and then ship them.
Yeah, maybe they get dipped in water.
Perfect.
Maybe
Thank
it
you.
rains on them on the ship.
Yeah. I don't know. I mean, I've seen their plastic bags. Are you thinking they're canvas bags?
I thought they were made. I assumed they were made out of like either canvas or that that vinyl, that really tough vinyl.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Like that those IKEA bags are made out of.
Contraptions ship themselves books domestically last on the move. Yeah. Boxes are murdered, books are okay. Yeah. Back in grad school, I had a colleague who graduated before me, and he was moving to Colorado, which is like 5 states away maybe, and he had all of his books sent by train. He like got a steerage fee, is that the word for it, and sent them by train. And apparently they lost 4 out of his 15 boxes. After he paid for like this special train handling service, they were just gone.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, and he's kind of just made over that because he was someone who, like a lot of academics, defined himself by his library. And he's heartbroken. Yeah, I think he then said, never do that again. Just send them via postal mail.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because it's not too expensive. Media mail.
I mean, it's certainly cheaper than sending it as if it were...
first class?
Yeah, first class standard.
Yeah.
Anyway, last book for me is an absolute doorstop of a thing. Harold Bloom finished his book just before he died. Take Arms Against a Sea of Troubles. The Power of the Reading Mind Over a Universe of Death. Which I always recognize, like, when I read these titles aloud on stream, why would anyone read a book like this? Anyway, you probably know Bloom as...
Yeah, I was going to say, do you commonly read Bloom?
I don't tend to agree with his conclusions, but obviously he's a huge figure on the intellectual scene, and I find him kind of inspiring in places. Like, he's part of an elitist culture that I find problematic, but he believes in the efficacious, efficaciously applied literary spirit in a way that very few thinkers do. I think academia has moved in the direction of, like, books are a nice hobby, but nothing past that. I think he stands out as, like, a figure who wants to say, no, it's more than just a hobby, it's a way of life, a vocation even.
Yeah, and I think what I appreciate about him and people like him is that they still think that books are kind of good on their own merits.
Yeah.
Right, whereas there's also another group of thinkers who say, oh, storytelling is good because it does this for us psychologically, and so it uses the scientific argument, which okay, I get you got to do what you got to do. But,
he's not really interested in instrumentalization. It's just that reading is good, period. Literature is good, period. It doesn't need a further justification. Yeah, you're absolutely right. Yeah, and so I think it's delightful. And so that's what I'll be doing off stream these days when I'm not, like, making a video for y'all or teaching.
Also, this has 2 subtitles.
It does have 2
How
subtitles.
does it appear in the Library of Congress?
Yeah, I don't know. But more subtitles, more colons, more likely to me to buy it. And then Nam's, while she did not buy a book, she did buy something else that I asked her to show off today because it's really quite beautiful.
Well, and can I would also like to point out that it was 50% off.
Right, not only 20%
Not just 20,
off,
50%
but
off.
50% instead.
Because it's a calendar.
Yeah. So
See, you can see the price tag here.
That's fine. I mean, it's
shiny.
It's shiny. It's all kind of shiny.
It's in the bag, is why it's shiny.
It's a calendar.
Yeah.
It's a 2023 calendar, and it's the kind of calendar I've never seen before.
Yeah, me too.
So though it's a hanging calendar, like you put on your wall, a little nail through here, it's a weekly calendar. A weekly calendar that is really, really beautiful. Can you tell us some more about what the graphics are? Yeah,
they're different plants, I think. I think the calendar is called Culinaria, but it's I think they're plants, but I think they're probably from some sort of historical botany thing.
Sure.
Where people have drawn, like, back in the day before photographs, people would draw depictions of the plant that they are describing. So I think there are different bits of that. Here, I can take it out of its bag. It doesn't have to be in it.
And Gelly has a question for you. Is it German?
It is in German. It
is. This is the kind of person I'm married to. She decided it's fine to buy a language that's not used here at all.
But there's a lot of there were a lot of calendars in German, actually. So this is the cover. Oh, look at that. Look at how
the plants are green screened out, but there you go.
And then you can turn it around and you can see the different ones.
Okay, I didn't know if you wanted to hide from those, but you can see in here there are, oh gosh, this is not shiny. Set for this, but you see the different kinds of onions and peppers and carrots and all the rest. And each one is, I think, a really lovely graphic. Yeah, it's a lovely graphic. So if you could turn it to our this week again with the ananas. Yep. So we have the week of December, January, right here, which again. Why did you read that with a French accent? Because I'm French. All right, so this week is ananas. Yeah, ananas, which is pineapple. Interestingly, you can see that ananas is actually its genus name. Oh. So I don't know why it is that. Like, this is one of those words, right, where in a lot of languages they call it ananas. Right. And then in a bunch of other languages we call it pineapple or something that sounds like that. Yeah. So it's one of these areas where the languages diverge. But very pretty. Not to put you on the spot at all. Yeah. So you can say, no, I don't. But do you happen to know if there's any Latin root here? For
I
ananas?
don't know.
All right,
I
that's
don't
fine.
know.
Yeah, no worries.
Yeah.
Probably, but who knows what it is.
Oh, ananas comosus. I think that means pretty.
Pretty. It is a pretty
Yeah.
ananas.
Yeah. And then on the back, Kelly was asking if it's German. It is German. And on the back of each one, so here's the front, and then the back of the page contains.
Oh dear, this may not
boy,
work.
Too close.
All
Too
right.
close. There you go. Is a bunch of puzzles. So there's a crossword puzzle, a Sudoku puzzle, and a word find.
Yeah, and it's a word find in German, so good luck to us.
Well, the word find, I think, Sudoku is the most doable.
We definitely do
Word
Sudoku.
find is next doable. And then the German crosswords are in a completely different format than we're accustomed to crosswords.
Yeah, it doesn't have like the little blocks that, little black blocks
Yeah.
that block things out. Instead, it seems like over the course of the crossword, every single box, except for the clue boxes, which are inside of the puzzle instead of next to the puzzle, will get filled in. So
I
that's
think basically instead of black boxes, they have clue boxes.
Yeah,
So it's kind of efficient.
It is, and definitely some of the clues are things we do not know anything about.
Yeah.
And so we'll have to find a German friend to help us get through them all.
Oh, amerikanischer Rheintanz.
Oh yeah,
Yeah, it's an American something dance. Rhein?
River,
No, not
the Rhine.
I don't know. Reise is like a vacation, but I don't think it's a vacation dance. I don't know.
Vacation dance.
It could be hula.
Hula.
Hula. It is 4 letters.
Oh, look at
wait,
that.
no. Yeah, it is hula. It could be.
There we go. We're learning things. Also, how nicely multicultural this is.
Yeah, Initialen, Cromwell's. So Cromwell's initials.
Ah, Oliver. Yeah.
Yeah, and it's 2.
All right. We're not gonna make you listen to us solve it word by word.
And
but
then there's a cool thing where certain ones are circled, and then it makes a magic word at the bottom too.
I bet the magic word is Happy New Year.
I think
We'll
it's-
see.
Yeah.
We'll see. Hello, Pneumatic Jam. How's it going? Appreciate seeing you as always, my friend. Hope your streams are going well, and thanks for stopping in. Hello to Fura also. You've been following me since Ajira Kimberly was hosting us a long time ago. Oh my goodness. I don't think Ajira streams anymore, does he? Absolutely lovely streamer. Played a lot of Skyrim primarily, and it's always amazing the ways in which different stream communities fit together, especially ones that pop into and out of existence, and how nice it is to have you here, my friend. For sure. So he did quit. Yeah.
Oh,
Do you have one story you could tell?
why?
If I were to absent myself for a moment?
I don't have a story.
No stories.
I don't know. Is it time to run an ad?
No, I prefer not to,
Okay.
but... Oh, goodbye. Thank you for hanging out.
If you had done it during show and tell of calendar time, it might have worked.
Might have worked. I mean, what has happened in our lives recently? You're going back to work soon? That's a boring topic.
Monday is
Is a holiday, but we can't talk about that until Monday.
Okay.
Do you want to talk about where you're going today? And the other places you might want to go soon? Goodbye, Noms. All right.
I mean, you can put on the green screen and I can play some Assassin's Creed.
No. I'm going to run AFK for just a moment. I will go ahead and run an ad back before it's done. If not, you know. And when I get back, we'll definitely go ahead and play Ye Old Rimworld. So hope you're ready for that. Hope you're excited for that. I'll put up the AFK screen and return absolutely presently. Thanks for hanging out so far. See you again in just a moment.
I thought I saw some French in.
You thought you saw French in the chat?
Oh, bonjour.
Yeah. We have a hello
I just
from.
remembered that. I was like, oh, I think I saw some French in the chat, so I just wanted to look.
Yeah, the Pneumatic Jam, who's an English person, like proudly English, monarchist through and through. Believes the Empire did nothing wrong, and is probably only using French ironically.
Yeah, I was like, but why are they speaking?
Yeah, it's irony to suggest to one and all it is surely the worst of all possible languages. Anyway, very good, very good, very good.
Okay, bye.
Let's see you, Knobs. So today we're continuing. Wait, will I give away any spoilers by loading screen? I forgot to load today's game. All right, back to the screen for 1 second. I don't want to spoil the. I don't want to spoil the YouTube playthrough. No, it's fine. Except I forgot to unload the mod list from last time I was videotaping over on YouTube. That's right, videotaping. I use words like that. I do wonder how many like old technology words will infiltrate my speechification throughout the rest of my life. I expect there are many of them. Like, I'm gonna ring you up. I guess we still do talk that way, but like that's based on like, the ringing noise that a landline phone make, as opposed to like the exciting little chirpy sound that phones make now. Namba's saying that she's turning on some light behind us. I think it won't cause a problem, but we'll see. Yeah, hanging up, right? Hanging up is taking the phone and going thunk, as opposed to taking the phone and pushing the little red thing. So, no, Nams, I think it's not causing any green screen problems. Thank you for asking. Make sure on that. Yep, everything seems good here. Cool. So, like I said, we'll be continuing a playthrough we've done quite a bit of over quite a few months now, right? Yeah, months and months and months. It's like a floppy disk save icon. Yeah. We're all quite used to pushing a little floppy disk and your item is saved. I wonder if there'll ever be an attempt to change that icon, especially with the big push to putting more and more save files in the cloud, that is on someone else's computer. You know, will there be a little cloud picture instead that indicates where you're saving to? I don't know. All right, so we're loading up Kelmar's Cogs. Very, very good. You had a videotaper in the early 80s, about the time your dad was pirating HBO. I don't think Noms or I have had an actual factual VCR in quite a while. Is that right? I don't think we have in quite a while. Oh, this. I left myself a note. Also, that's Mad Turkeys. I left myself a note, though, friends. And this... Okay, I know that the A stands for Summon the Third Mech Boss, Apocriton. P... I think as we were doing this last stream, or last Friday, I was like, yes, I will surely remember what these mean. And then someone said, there's literally no way you'll remember. And y'all were right. Y'all were right for sure. I have no idea. All right, if I look around the base, can I figure out what P might stand for? I know we were low on plasteel. Like, that is definitely true. But I can't imagine making a note about that, because I knew it was the case right away. P. Oh, gosh, I don't know. I know I want to make one more Lancer before I summon the third boss, but Lancer is neither of these. It's a fun puzzle for me, it's true. I could use Notepad or Google Docs. I prefer using the game's available resources. Gosh, I hope it wasn't important. I know I'm starting to use this room as another bandwidth room. Also, hilariously, on the Rimworld subreddit yesterday, there was a post that said, my base has far too many of these bandwidth nodes. Is there any way I can have fewer of them? And they had 5. They had 5 of them, and it did not seem like very many. And I don't want to show the monstrosities. P is for power, possibly. We are a little lower on power than I'd like to be, but I suspect it's all connected still. Well. Well. All right, this is cut off, but that's fine. We rerouted the power this way instead. Yeah, no idea. T. Is there a mod that would add in a notepad? That's a really good idea. Okay, whatever it is, we'll figure it out. Let's deal with the immediate problem for now. Here come some turkeys. It may be a very limited number. Also, this turkey here will be fighting these traders, and that's fine. They can definitely kill a turkey on this Thanksgiving Day. It was T for turkey. I mean, it's possible. Are there others? So there are 3 other ones. A second one up that way. One over there. So, yeah, probably the traders are going to fight 3 of them. And then the 4th one is on down south somewhere. Wildlife. Down south. You. Okay, so we only need to deal with one of them ourselves, which is really, really nice because Kalmar is currently knocked out. Why? Okay. Oh, the pain stopper. Right. Is that a P? Pain stopper. For the rest of the stream, any word I say that begins with P, T, or A, I'm going to assume is this. Again, I know what A is. Yes. So this was a huge success to end the stream last time. Lord Kelmar is a wimp. Any damage, down he goes. And so we talked about this at some length. Is it a worthwhile trade-off to make him no longer feel any pain at all, thereby weakening the wimp trait? At the cost of him having brain surgery. Now, I still do not know for sure whether mechs can fail in jobs. Has anyone seen a doctor mech not successfully complete a surgery? Like, it's adding a certain aura of worry and tension and anticipation to our surgeries that maybe we don't actually need. Because yes, we were absolutely ready to lose the entire playthrough on this brain surgery, which succeeded. So I don't know. Anyway, let's go ahead and unpause and watch the exciting fight here. Yep, 1, 2, 3. So far they've not noticed. I'm curious if they're going to let the turkeys come and melee them before they do anything. The one potentially kind of large problem is not a huge problem because only the one of them from down here is that because Kelmar is anesthetized, I can't do anything directly with the mechs. Kelmar's down, nothing can be done. I believe I can turn the entire group on. No, I can't. I can't change anything. So the mechs will just be sleeping. Yeah. Now this one here is actually awake. No, I can't draft it. I believe it's the case that mechs count as people for the sake of manhunting. So hopefully it's the case that, well, we're fine now. Kelmar's awake. I was going to say, though, hopefully it's the case that the turkey attacks that one, and that one will fight back. But what's happened up here? So they're just meleeing some turkeys. 2 of them are down. Good stuff. So still one more remains. We're going to want to see if any of our visitors here fall over. Because if they do, we definitely want to heal them up and make sure they're able to return to their homes to get closer to alliances. Is it possible that A stands for alliance? It doesn't, because that's Apricoton. But how are we doing on alliances right now? All right, we do have an alliance with the Empire. I would like alliances with the other 2 friendly people, but that's going to take some work. Now, where is the last turkey? The last turkey has decided to fight Big Boy. You fool. You absolute fool. Wait, do they not fight back anymore? Okay, if you draft them, they do fight back. Thank goodness. There we go. Big boy defeats Turkey. No problems. Event has been dealt with. Swell. We're continuing to make our little room here nicer and nicer. Also, we do have a slave. Now, this slave child I feel very awkward about, because usually I like taking the slave children and making them colonist children and then feeding them to the machine. The only problem is part of converting them into being colonist people is you have to arrest them. And if they revenge, you'll probably kill them. We don't want to do that. So why are you sleeping on the floor? Oh, do I have to mark beds to be for slaves? I'm sorry, little buddy. So we're not going to turn Jim 2 into a colonist. What we are going to do, though, is feed him to the machine fairly soon. Between now and then, we want him on mining, which he already is. The hope is the case that Pepper and Jim 2 will get the mining down out here to keep the good times of steel rolling. After we fight Apricoton, I know I want to... I know I want to make the atomizer so we can start getting rid of our tremendous pile of waste in Yucca Mountain. Kelmar's making a flak vest. Why on earth is Kelmar doing that instead of our Farinanthus core? Oh, only allowed to do so. No idea why that is. So I'm going to take him off that job and cancel that. And then surely, a little Farinanthus core over here will continue working well, make the flak vest, no problem. Make the food? No, Farinanthus core will definitely cause terrible food poisoning and somehow destroy the base. Where we can definitely trust Cheese Biscuits down here to take good care of our ongoing food needs. Okay. Currently we have no research going. Is that intentional? I think there was a bunch of... Oh, penoxylene. Why did I never, ever make this? Remember a long time ago, I was like, oh, there's no more research I need to do for right now. We're waiting on this next level here. Clearly the case, penoxylene is right doing. This stops infections. This is just stupid of me to miss it. I think the way it goes is this. Off of drug production, medicine here. This for bad kids, only drugs. I think it was the case once upon a time that you couldn't make penoxylene. Is that true? Years and years ago? No, you can never make Nutrimine. Yeah, I just missed it. I have no idea why. So, my apologies. The animals that were killed over here by the traders, we need to mark as available to us, already done. And then no idea what's going on with the traders. We'll send little Pepper outside to say hello and maybe to sell some of our things. That we haven't made too many in the way of nice items to trade with. We might start making more artwork. Little Pepper here possibly can do that. We picked up a whole bunch of chickens recently. I have no particular desire for them because we're fine on food, and it would just be more consumption of our flowers and such. So no problem there. We do also have a whole bunch of cows and bulls and such, so we'll sell the young one, and the young yak, and the young alpaca. All the ones that are unnamed go straight to the garbage can that is the traders. And then what do they have for us? Toxy potatoes. Raw toxic potatoes. Once harvested, toxic potatoes are very dietarily similar to potatoes. However, when eaten raw, they have a higher chance of food poisoning. So presumably this is food that's grown in polluted areas. Haven't seen that before. Very cool. They have some medicine for us. We want it. Nah. And they still have quite a bit of money, though, so we'll go ahead and sell them. I don't know what. Yeah, these poor quality helmets, I guess. The old shirts. Hello, traders, help Pepper MG. We want to kill him. No. Pepper is finding eternal life here in our base. There is no killing. There's only assisting the character in rising to a higher level of goodness and freedom. These are the words we say. Hey, Daygold, morning's going very well. How are you doing today? Okay, and just like that, we have base leather money, and like I said, I don't think there's anything I want from them. So I'm going to accept that. and then we'll talk again and see if we can give them some stuff to raise our relationship a little bit farther, right? We want to get to plus 75, but it'll take a bit of work here. So, hello friends, what do I have for you? Oh, Yakaf 1. I thought I sold you, but I did not. So that'll raise it by 1 point so far. And then we have so many potatoes. I feel pretty strong about our food, so we'll sell 500 of them, or give 500. And we'll give 100 insect jelly as well. It's morning here in Taipei. Awesome. Awesome. I hope you have a good time there. Do we abandon Dwarf Fortress? No. Let me actually add the command in our title, which is just !DF. So every Saturday in my time zone, every Friday in the US, we just play Rimworld. We'll be back to Dwarf Fortress in a couple days, though. I promise. Yeah, there are just 2 days a week when we play a guaranteed game every single time. And that's yesterday and today. But don't worry, DF returns next week. God. But thanks for asking. I'm glad to know you're invested in the playthrough. So much ambrosia, so much wood. So at this level, we're at plus 15. The old array headset, we definitely don't need either. Plus 16. They're at 39, I believe. There's no way we're getting to 50 right now, or to 70 right now. We'll get over 15, or 50 rather. Words are hard. Numbers are hard. It's all kind of hard. Cool. Up to 55. Good stuff. Hopefully we get closer and closer to 75 soon. We want to make more nice items to throw at people with our transport pod over there. Hey, good morning, cat. Hope you're having a good night. Welcome, welcome. And a mechanical repair is needed. It's a big boy coming back from fighting a turkey. Kelmar, I'm actually going to invite you to go ahead and repair him straight away. Carrying our poor scientist away from his telescope, where he's surely finding lots of glorious things. I believe, yeah, we do have 2 telescopes, so at some point we may go ahead and sell one of those, or give it away for more friendship points. Alright, those of you who were here last week, do you have a remember what PRT stands for? Because I haven't figured it out at all. I thought I had it, and I just don't. Kelmar does have available 3 bandwidth. So Tesseron is the name of a new mech that throws out fiery lasers. I don't think I want to make a Tesseron. We can't make a Lancer because of plasteel. Maybe that's just it. Maybe it was just I want to start scanning for plasteel so we can dig some out and thereby improve our ability to produce more and more robots. I have no idea what's going on. Whatever it was something I said I wanted to do before we summoned Abracatan. And yeah, really I'm not sure. Like turrets possibly. Good job, Big Boy. So Big Boy has nothing else to dig out right now. One thing we were working on is inviting our mining bot to mine out pretty much every element of the mountains nearby in hopes of finding more and more plasteel and plain steel. Kelmar's gotten food poisoning off insect jelly. That happens. Insect jelly makes for decent happiness. It is a tasty kind of marmalade, but it is at the same time secreted by bugs. Who wants to think about that? And therefore make people ill. So we'll definitely not do fighting of any major enemies until then. Just a moment ago, we had the people of Trabanco come from the north, and now they're coming from the south. So, Alaric, you might be right. Plasteel and turrets does feel potentially correct. It feels like it might be right. I don't know what we'd give to the merchants here, but delightful to have them anyway. Let's go ahead and dig in down here and see what we find. I think the only issue with digging in places like this is it does give our enemies more potential cover for future fights, and that's always a little bit annoying, like especially in sieges. Right now they've set up here. We'd easily imagine them setting up deeper inside if we give them a roof. So gotta make sure don't give them roofs to hide inside of. Okay, I only marked a couple little spots there. I think I was talking about trying to smooth this out entirely. Because right now, enemies can stand here or here. And that gives cover against us here. which is not hugely important. Oh, one thing I definitely wanted to do. Remember that part yesterday or a week ago now when I needed to get my people inside of this room while a raid was coming? And I said, oh gosh, we have to expose ourselves for that purpose. That is big dumb of me. What we're going to do instead is put a new door in that is on the side here. Doesn't need to go fast, just needs to be out of the way for sure. It's a hellacious number of graves. Yeah, we tried to bury pretty much every person who's attacked us so far. And so far, so good. Is there any chance we could put Rimworld in the title of the Just Chatting part of the stream so you can see what's coming after? Yeah, so I think we're not going to be doing a separate Just Chatting stream after Noms goes back to work. Because usually the opening when it's just me is relatively short. But yeah, no, it's definitely the case that I see why you'd want to see in the Just Chatting part what comes next. Yeah, that's totally a reasonable request. I can find a way to do that for sure. Now, the title, I think, gives away some of it. Like, the title today was A Mountain of Mechs. That feels Rimworldy, but I see why it might be confusing for sure. Yeah, using the Just Chatting directory has been a bit of a change. I haven't really done that much at all in the past, but for sure. Clearly Football Manager. I think I said yesterday that we should have our football players come out of a mountain to show their true power. Oh, speaking of other games I'm playing right now, I need to leave at my noon today, which is a little earlier than usual, because I've fallen behind on this week's YouTube Rimworld upload. And I very much want to maintain my schedule. I don't want to be up to like 3 a.m. to do so. Pepper, did you actually go ahead and pull up the old VOD? It is Plasteel, Turkey's third boss. Thank you. Thank you. I was thinking of doing it myself. I'm like, nobody wants to watch me watching myself. Plasteel, Turkey's third boss. Very good. Very good. Hey, Maul, you've been enjoying FM 2023 and Rimworld. Awesome. I think they will be stable parts of the schedule for the next months, and we'll see how it goes, but I'm enjoying them too, of course. It feels strange bouncing from game to game, because there's always this period at the start of the stream where I have to say to myself, what on earth were we doing last time? And in the FM game, that means I have to read through every character sheet to remember who is who. Where if I'm playing every single day, it comes to mind much, much faster. So this may be the part where some of you said I should just keep a notepad where I make notes about what was actually important, but who knows. Pepper, thank you again. And Fairnathan says, this week's YouTube video. I've consistently uploaded weekly for 4 weeks in a row now. I feel like I've improved as both a person and a YouTuber. So hopefully it's the case that Kelmar will next head down here and start scanning for Plasteel. We do have Steel still here, and still quite a bit more to pick out. And then the rest of it... Oh, there is Plasteel. Did we find this last time, and then... Was that note to myself to go ahead and dig Plasteel there? It may be. It may be. Because we have children doing our mining, I think what I want to do is actually give myself a little hut here so that random animals don't come and attack the children. What are the things with blinking green lights? I think I know what you're talking about. They are bandwidth nodes. So in Biotech, which is the most recent DLC for this game, there is now a character who's able to control little robots around the base. Unfortunately, with his own brain power, you can only control a very, very small number of them. And so you build these bandwidth nodes and attach them to his, I don't know, neural network. And that lets him control additional mechanoids. So it's a process of giving him more and more resources. The trouble, of course, is that where he can be moved around defensively, these can be destroyed. And it's a very sad thing if that were to happen. Especially this room. As I said before, I've got to get this room down to -19 so it doesn't get infested, but we'll see. Alright, stealing components needed there. Okay. I'm surprised I made a note for myself about fight the turkeys, because we had the pop-up that should have let me know about that already. We'll see. Mechaner is wonderful, especially with hauling cleaning bots. I 100% agree. I do not know how we'll go back to a base in which we need to have characters set to hauling and cleaning. I guess part of it is I'd normally have a bunch more characters, right? At this point in this base is howled again. Yeah, we've played for more than 2.5 full days. And so by this point, my base would usually be 7-10 people. And so we wouldn't have to deal with the ridiculousness that is just one adult. I'm glad we're doing this playthrough, but I will probably never do this playthrough again. As it just does really slow down the advances in everything in the base. Like, it's fun, it's cool, it's a good joke, but it's also just a little bit silly. We need to run power down here, or we could set up a battery and what's it called? A solar panel. Now, there is this one right here, which I talked about making a while ago. If I make this here, I'll want to run the power in such a way that the enemies can't easily get to it. So I guess ideally, we'd make a wall from here up to here, include that power, and then dig a hole through the middle of the mountain here and run a power cable through there, up to here, and then it joins the main power line. I guess that's a worthy long-term project. In the short term, I'm just going to do the battery and the battery and the solar panel. And the problem is always with that is that enemies can come by and destroy them. Though we could put a further wall around them also. May as well. If you're going to do things, do them right, blah, blah, blah. This area is not roofed, correct? Yep, we're good to go there. Okay. We actually don't even necessarily need the battery. We could just force them to work when the sun is shining. Does having fewer colonists make enemy raids less dangerous? So as you probably know, raids in this game are based primarily on base wealth, how much value you have in items, in buildings, and in colonists. And as colonists get more and more experience points, they become more and more valuable. Mechs also are valuable. I do not know the trade-off between these yet. Because the mechs don't gain skills, I'm guessing they have a flat value that won't ever increase. But I'm not sure past that. Yeah, value of 800 money for the lowest level of fighting mech. Up to the halberd, 1200. So I think, like, the average colonist is around 1200, I believe. And it gets higher than that. So, Scyther here, 1200 also. The Lancer here is up to 1200 as well. So it might be the case that based on tier of mech, which is gotten via the researching of standard, high, and ultra, it's possible that each of these indicate the value. The question then is, how much are the base ones, which like the cleaner bots of base one now, I believe. That's still 800. I don't know. Hey, Grubzilla, have a good day. Thanks for hanging out with us as always. Enjoy someone else's stream. What? Cheating on the Resorty stream? What? Insofar as we have plenty of steel right now, thanks to some excellent mining by the mining bots, we do want to put in a new battery. We have plenty of material for that. And we'll just throw it right here. Now I'll remove this spot here and put in a door instead. And it's endlessly possible that enemies could crash land and cause problems here, but we'll say they won't. You're not cheating, you're spreading the love. Is love an infinite resource? There's some very good books on this topic, one of which is called The Ethical Slut, but that is for another time perhaps. And that word is not used derogatorily in the book's title for sure. All right. I'm going to think about how to run the wire here. Because ideally I want this thing, the generator, to be attached to multiple power lines in case one gets knocked out. So what we could do is run a power line, like I said, up through this way, and then also up through this way, picking up this one, which would give us tremendous amounts of power, but would also end up having a huge amount of the map covered in just more and more walls, and that does always feel so darn silly. And as long as there's a path from any point of entrance to the main base, we're good to go. But yeah, no guarantees on that. Also, I keep forgetting we have all this steel down here. How many chunks do we have? 56 of them. So yeah, it's a ton of steel hanging out. Also a warg hanging out. Now, you recall a moment ago I said I'm going to send my children down to mine here. Might be worth having a safe path through the mountain for them. That's so much digging, though. And so many more infestable areas then. I guess what we could do is have a super cooled path, which would mean negative 18 degrees from the main base all the way down to the mining area. I suspect the children might get hypothermia on the way, but that could be okay. Or we can just set up the entire pipeline with fighting areas. The only issue is, like, if an infestation comes down here, we have to run our mechs all the way down. So that might be fun. That's, again, a long-term project, though. It's not for any time soon. We're gonna get this thing set up, and then we're actually factually going to summon the third mech boss. It really is coming. Alright, we don't necessarily need Kelmar to continue looking for rocks beneath the ground. I'll go ahead and do one more search, just see what comes of it, and then stop it after that. The main reason we turned it on was just to see we were here. Why do I have a child slave? Jim 2 joined us at the age of 12. I don't want to potentially have to beat him up to make him not a slave. So he's going into the machine very, very soon. When you say slave, what's that word even mean? I don't know. I feel bad about having a child slave. That's such an unkind way of describing it, though. He's a junior member. He's on his 90-day probation. Is that the way to talk about it? He's on his 90-day probation. And after 90 days, he will be an adult. And then he goes into the machine for sure. Hey, welcome home, Slivers. Good seeing you for sure. Hey, you found more steel underground. That is good. It means they work slower and don't have capacities. So he joined us at 12. He is dying at 13. So I'm not terribly concerned about how fast he works. Yeah, this is definitely a playthrough where we're not trying to do everything perfectly. It's instead a playthrough where I'm killing people at age 13. And I don't want to destroy his brain via arresting him right now. Provisional member. That's a good way of talking about it. There's steel up here also. Oh! I forgot we had this thing. How much longer do we have to protect that thing? This one. Do not destroy it for 4.3 days. Cool. It's been going very, very well. I think we already got the goodwill off of it. So, yeah. Slaves also have a big mood bonus when they're freed. I mean, I'm not sure how much of this playthrough you've seen, Spoonwood. It's not in any respect I disagree with you that, like, normal playthrough we'd free the slave. I just don't want to kill him via arresting him, right? Because you can't... Yeah, if you free the slave, he goes back to his home faction. This is not us. So to make him one of us, I have to imprison him. If I try to imprison him, he might resist imprisonment and then die in the subsequent fight. So it is the case that we're going to leave him as a slave for, I think it's like 3 or 4 more months. Is that correct? Maybe even less than that. Yeah. We got 3 more quadrants to go, and then he'll die. All right. Very good. We also very quickly found a spot of uranium. It's over here. I'm just making a note for myself for the future, and that'll be fine. That'll be fine. We'll surely need uranium eventually, but not presently. Okay. Good job, Kelmar, finding 2 spots in a row. Go ahead and turn that off for now. And I'm thinking of having Kelmar start crafting items we can easily sell. Perhaps now, with all the research done, with nothing more urgently to do, we can invite Kelmar to become a great artist. Or we can research things we don't really care about. That's always the possible trade-off here. I mean, some of you wanted me to research multi-barrel weapons to give the children miniguns. I'm kind of on board with that. We'll just do a lot of small research real quick. Okie dokie. I researched panoxylene and I did not mark to actually make it. We definitely want to do that. We still have quite a bit left, but it is essential that Kelmar does not get diseases. So at the medical desk over here, we will set up an panoxylene job. And because we only have one person taking it, we actually don't need that much saved up. We'll just do until we have 20 of it. Is not divisible. It is divisible by 4. There you go. And then pause 1, satisfied, unpause when we have like really like 2 left is fine. And any worker can do it. It's just important to get done. We'll keep an eye on it and make sure it gets done regularly. It'd be cool if you could customize mechs. Definitely agree. I'm guessing it would be an absolute balancing nightmare to choose your own mech adventure. But for roleplay purposes and immersion, it makes absolute sense you would do that instead of having to use like prefabricated blueprints. Like I can understand initially when your character's a lower level crafter, which is smithing, that you could only use the prefab ones. But this is apparently like a brilliant character who can create anything he's able to. He's a legendary master and everything. And it was really quite striking that he wouldn't be able to say, like, let me just strap a minigun on top of that Militor or something like that. But that's all getting a little bit Battletech-y, isn't it? I don't want home zone down here, so I'm actually going to turn off the home zone construction expansion for right now. Just because I don't want anyone coming down and cleaning here at all. If I did want to have Kelmar begin to work on his art skills, we could just make a whole bunch of wood statues or block statues. We still have a tremendous amount of... Actually, no, that's not full anymore. We do still have a tremendous amount of granite chunks, though, so it is the case that we'll be able to keep on making walls with no problems at all. So we'll go ahead and just say wood or block, all fine. And I kind of want to say do forever. Now, this will spike the base value very, very substantially if I do that. So maybe we'll go bit by bit instead until we have enough to sell. Which means Kelmar, actually factually, I want you on art of all things. Until we have more research we want to do. Though as I said, there is like piddly research to knock out first. So art goes down, smithing goes down. What you doing, boss? Researching, absolutely. Cut. It's snowing. This may be our first time snowing, though it is the case that it is permanent summer here. The permanent summer apparently allows the occasional little snow. Strange stuff, strange stuff. We dug out this line here. Nothing infestable. I think I did see an infestable spot over here and then didn't do anything to fix it. Is that true? Maybe we're gonna have one weird infestable spot outside of the base. And since we have Big Boy the Miner, who's just working on clearing the world for us, I'm gonna go ahead and start digging out what I'm thinking of as the southern passageway. Some way in which we're able to get down to here safely. Now we could just dig through the backside. I'll tell you now that if I dig through the backside and we find an area that's wide open valley, I am going to fill it in. Absolutely. Unless it's a very, very small area. If it's a giant area, though, no luck, no luck. Yeah, beyond that, I was thinking earlier of having a more direct line from, from the top of the base down to the work area. So just like straight line here possibly, or straight line here. But I kind of prefer our folks not having to go outside there. So yeah, let's get Big Boy just digging straight south, and eventually we'll turn this all into absolutely beautiful stuff, but for right now, it's just a big hallway. Now, I think I just placed this wall here kind of randomly to give us time before any infestations come. I kind of want to have a hallway that L's here and then L's here. We'll just have to build it as such. So for now, I'm going to try to make this too wide to slow down any sappers or diggers coming through. And so 1 too wide, we'll then have a 3 wide all through here. And maybe on the way we'll find a lot of pretty cool stuff. Let's keep going. Deeper and deeper we go, and then we'll head over. Seems good. And I won't dig all this out quite yet. Awesome. So one thing that hasn't happened in this base that I'm a little bummed about is we've never successfully found Lord Kelmar a wife. I was hoping eventually that we would have Kelmar's own children being born here for the sake of roleplay. So be able to say, like, Kelmar must make the difficult choice of what to do with his own biological children. Does he also feed them to the machine at age 13? And how does his wife feel about that? Oh, it'd be great. But because we've had very few adults in the base at all, there haven't been any opportunities for Kelmar to fall in love. Also, he's a bit of a recluse who wants to be left alone. Okay, a pack of man-hunting alpha beavers come running in. We thought they like wood, but no, they want flesh. And yep, that is 35 alpha beavers. I assume that's all of them. Yep, okay, 35 alpha beavers. Do I have any robots outside right now? Yeah, little Tim's there. We're going to have Tim move into this area. Just to stay safe. And so other than Tim, I want to have all of my non-combat mechs move into a safe place. I did move Tim over. I need to unmove him in a moment. The old Alpha Beaver endgame. It's been a long time since the Alpha Beaver endgame, but yes, it is possibly the case it'll be the end of the game. We'll see. Alright, so Tim, I want you to run free. Come to you in a moment. So previously what we've done to fight melee type enemies, like Alpha Beavers, is just loaded into this spot here and fought them through the door, which, as always, feels kind of cheesy, but it is the correct move strategically. So we'll go ahead and grab our combat group, move into escort mode, have Kelmar go to the door here. And Jim 2 will move you inside also. And where's Little Pepper? Little Pepper's outside, but he'll get safely inside before the enemies get here. Oh, Tim's going home. And because I briefly put him into a locked inside area, he stopped his current job. So, I can't move him. Shoot. Yeah, I can't move them unless they're in range of the Mechanitor. That's not going to happen, unfortunately. Welcome to me being incredibly cheesy. I'm somewhat amazed this has not been patched out yet. I made a YouTube video on it about a month and a half ago, and it seems that it's totally cool with the powers that be. So, Tynan, please change. Like, if the rule is we cannot move mechs without the Mechanitor being close by, then why can I do that right there? That should not be possible, not even a little bit. Alright, Alpha Beavers have gotten here so far. A mighty tide of the beast comes rolling on through. Some other mechs are hurrying home as well. I think they're moving faster than the Alpha Beavers. Very similar speeds, at least. And yeah, some of them have broken off to try to chase Tim down, but Tim's inside now. I think they'll get to the wall and then turn back around. Unless somebody else is out here I'm not seeing. So we'll see that pretty soon. Okay, up this way, we have Pepper MG with a ridiculous assault rifle. Do we have a weapon at all for our slave character? Not so much. So slave character, you're gonna stand by and be ready to, I don't know, save any of the poor creatures who fall. Space Heater, the character who throws fire. I'm gonna move into this room for right now. And we'll then get our mechs correctly stacked up here. So big boy in the middle. The Scythers go on the side. One more Scyther somewhere. There you are. Nope, that's Lancer. They go back with Kelmar. There's something on the floor of the kitchen. There's a cat and a rat and whatever this is. Interesting looking set of rocks that I can't interact with. Yes, but cat and rat. I hope they chase each other, but they never really do, unfortunately. All the Militors moved here. Pikeman, Lancer. There's the last one. Stands behind Big Boy. Okay, feeling pretty good now. Move you forward. Do the Lancers have better accuracy at longer range? They're not so good beyond a distance of... Oh, this is different. Has been changed? I thought previously under combat there was shooting accuracy and then it listed immediately like long, medium, close, touch, that kind of thing. But now you have a numerical presentation on the right-hand side. Fascinating. Fascinating. So best area is at distance of 5. So we'll have them go ahead and stand in the pile as well. And then the pikemen, likewise quite strong at relatively close range. Cool. All right. How's Tim doing? Tim is hiding. Oh, are they really gonna do this? Do they believe that this is now the base? Okay, this does change things. Now, some of them did come up here, so we can fight these in the standard way. And then the other ones, perhaps less so. So far, so okay. Where are you going, little buddy? Run over here. Alright, so traditionally speaking, I would not be interested in fighting, 20 alpha beavers? 25 alpha beavers in the open ground like this. And yeah, they do seem stuck here. Now, if I send Tim outside, there is a possibility, there's a fire somewhere, fun. There's a possibility they will kill Tim and then just stay here anyway. So, I'm not sure what to do there. Oh, delightful. So, how'd that happen? So the animal flap here was destroyed. This might be a case where the alpha beaver saw an animal walk through it, declared it as a door, and went and attacked it. And so it is the case that my beloved fire machine sends it to its grave. Good job, good job. Why don't I wait till they leave? Because where's the fun in that? I mean, yes, you can always refuse to fight anybody. Hey, look at that. The alpaca somehow did not catch on fire there. Space Heater, walk away. Now, because this room is not enclosed, it's not going to get superheated, but I should probably go save the animals from what is certainly death. Okay, let's go ahead and do the dumb thing. It's time to do the dumb thing. I don't think it'll be the end of the playthrough, but, you know, one never really knows. So at least one of the, two things to say. One, at least one of the mechs is damaged. We'll fix it really quickly. Number two, I just blew fire directly at the explosive shells. They wouldn't have exploded immediately, but that was so stupid of me. Alright, little Pepper, let's go put out that fire, please. Thanks. The mechs will help with this also if I just get them next door. Oh, goodness. Pepper, go help again. Big Boy's got it. Cool. Also, simultaneously, the Taxman has come to visit us. Hello, Taxman! Will the Taxman draw the attention of the beavers? We don't want the Taxmen to die, because they are, they're our only allies. And so if they were to die, it'd be real bad, so we will go support them. Is it possible that Space Heater's liability? Do you mean, have I successfully used the Space Heater character for anything of value so far? Answer on that one is definitely not. I've had to work so hard to use him even a little bit successfully, and it's just been bad. Like, my grand idea was to use him to fight off infestations, and it just never quite happened, unfortunately. Empire's still coming. Alpha Beavers have not noticed. Fine under control. None of our animals died. Good stuff. Our mechs all have pretty decent power. There's no worries there. Alright, Kelmar, are you in good mood? No, you're quite hungry and quite tired. All at once. So eat your food. Just cannot have Kelmar mental breaking. Okay, I'm now going to release the hauling bots so they can get rid of the nasty old Scaria corpses. Yeah, that's fine. So that's you all here, the lifting bots. Now, having consumed, you're good on food. Go ahead and head to the front, and hopefully to the Empire troops who are already fighting. Now, if they're actually not fighting, we will drop back in. Okay, so it is the case they just haven't noticed the taxmen. So what we could do is just hide inside. What we also could do is go ahead and push forward and just fight. We could also push out, have Kelmar shoot one once, run away, and hope the Empire helps us. And I think they will. Now, Kelmar, you used to be a wimp, you are no more. I believe in you. Come along, troops. Never before have we engaged with the taxman. Today we will. This is me taking unnecessary risks. Keeps the playthrough fun though, right? Right? They haven't noticed Kelmar either. Is he in range? Nope, not quite. If necessary, I will sacrifice absolutely all of my mechs to get Kelmar home safely. One is dead. Very good. Hey, Christopher, how's it going, my friend? Always good seeing you pop in. Thanks for the raid host. Hopefully you had a good stream. Hope your viewers are doing well today. What were you playing? And I'm absolutely struck to report that the Alpha Beavers did not care initially. This one's noticed, though, so run away! Hello, SDF. Hello, Norse guys. Good seeing you. How's it going, the Alec? Welcome in, Casey. You're playing High on Life. I don't know that game at all. Oh, is that the one made by the developers of Rick and Morty? It has some like really trippy graphics. I know nothing about it other than what I've just said, unfortunately. And I hope it's a lot of fun. Hello to Lightbane, welcome, welcome. We're playing a little game here called Rimworld. If you do not know this game, you are truly missing out. It is one of the greatest base builders ever made. I will show you my lovely mountain base. Ooh, ah, so many rooms full of so many things. In this playthrough, we're playing as a man named Lord Kelmar. Lord Kelmar is a mad scientist who is very confused about his role in the world. He retreated from a life of science to a life of hiding in a mountain, trying to avoid the taxman and child support payments. Because of his conflicted relationship with his children, he has decided that he's going to take care of any kids who come his way. These two little children here, Pepper MG and Jim 2, are the two remaining children, where it's the case that when people hit age 13, they're either sent away from the base, or they are instead fed to this machine, which takes their brain and puts it into a robot's body. And that is what we are currently doing, caring for the children forever. As of right now, we have a horde of alpha beavers who have come to trouble us. They're manhunting and wanting to find our blood, but they decided to stay down here far away from our base, and so we're kind of just ignoring them for the time being. That's right, they're forever young and forever immortal inside the robot body. And that's pretty good stuff. If you're here for just a little bit longer, you're going to see me summon a boss I have never, ever, ever seen before. And it might be an absolute disaster, or we might have a lot of fun fighting a new enemy. We'll see. We'll see how it goes. Hey, Jim. Happy Friday, friend. You're excited? I'm terrified. I've been told that the jump from the second boss to the third boss is a substantial one, and we nearly lost against the second boss, so run Ender, it is possibly the case. Absolutely possibly the case that this will be the end of the playthrough. Hopefully Big Boy returns to digging here. That said, I just turned my miner bot off because miner bot was inside of the military group. So Big Boy, you join the work group again. Hopefully you get digging. So as I sent my various hauling mechs outside to do some work, I was thinking they were going to draw the attention of the alpha beavers here, but so far they haven't done so. And I think these folks will continue to stay Manhunter until they get hungry or tired. I don't recall which one it is. I think they'll fall asleep eventually, and then turn into normal creatures again that will then need to kill, unfortunately. Okay, so it is the case that Weightlift here has announced its presence to the alpha beavers. I believe that hauler bots have, like, the ability to punch, and that's absolutely all. Down it goes. And what we're going to do is forbid this spot here, so no one comes and pick up the components. And that should keep us safe for now. The alpha beavers will eat all the trees on the map, it's true. However, once they're not manhunting, we can probably pick them off a little bit more quickly, one by one, and not get absolutely overwhelmed. What is the revenge chance on alpha beavers? Ah, it's only 50%. So we'll be flipping a coin over and over and over again against a tremendous number of creatures that could kill Kelmar very quickly. So what we might do is put a little door here. Or better yet, we could just have Kelmar stand inside of this spot and then move my long-range mech down as far as possible. And I believe it'll be able to shoot the alpha beaver at main distance. And then the alpha beavers should chase after the long-range mech, but Kelmar will be safely inside. We'll see. We'll see. Feed the beavers to the boss. That's actually a really interesting question. Would the alpha beavers notice the third boss as a man? I think the answer to that is yes, they would. The only problem, though, is where they're stuck down here, the third boss may spawn up here, and the two be so far separated. Also, if the third boss decides to fight here, I'm not sure what we're going to do. I feel really confident and comfortable fighting here, but less so up here. I don't know. Wait, want to restrict that. Turn off auto repair, or else Kelmar will come outside and try to repair that thing. That'll be the death of us all. Big Boy's wandering. Oh, Big Boy's locked inside right now. So let him go free, and then Big Boy should go in. Dig out our big path here. They should chew up the third boss like they chew up the hauler, or they should chew up the third boss like they chew up the hauler. I agree with that 100%. The issue, like I said, is just proximity. The hauler got very close by. The third mech boss could spawn right here. Amazing, amazing. Though also possibly not. So we'll see what happens soon enough. Mechs are still decently charged up. Good stuff. And have we dug out any plasteel yet? I know I started to do so and then kind of got distracted. No, the mining spot is not even made yet, so we'll not be able to get any plasteel until they go away. And that's okay. That's okay. Oh, and Norris took some damage. What happened? Oh, a fist fight happened. So 2 of the taxmen visited, and Rosa insulted a Norris's honor, or honesty rather, drove a Norse into a rage, and he began a fist fight. I thought these are highly disciplined Imperial soldiers. This one, though, is genetically modified. This one is a character called a Hussar. They are bred to fight, 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 and I believe they're very fast to rage because of that. And, I guess I'm okay that none of them died, but it's cool seeing the characters having lives beyond what happens with us. Okay, so the Empire's leaving. Will they go back from whence they came, or will they go south instead? Yeah, they're leaving to the left, unfortunately. So, Alpha Beavers continue maddeningly wandering in circles. I'm amazed to see and happy to report that we're so close to having fully smoothed the church. We have an hour and a half of stream left today. Will this thing get done in the next hour and a half? You gotta believe. You gotta believe it will. For sure, for sure, for sure. And we're hoping we get notifications of steel as we dig down this way, but who knows for sure. Yeah, unfortunately, I'm going to keep checking on the Alpha Beavers. Could be a horrible, horrible thing if we... they took out a second hauler. So, why? Why did another hauler come down here? Oh, are the haulers trying to bring items to the work sites? Let's just say the work site is inaccessible right now, so they leave it alone. Okay, a couple of things happen. Number 1, a mighty Thrumbo has come to visit. In fact, 3 of them have. These gentle giants, full of beauty. Glad you're here. Number 2, we got a quest. The moral leader of the Alliance has sent a message. Edakeen nearby have been raiding their caravans. There are 6 Edakeen there. That's not very many. If we help them out, we can get 24 goodwill. I believe they're currently at 10 goodwill maybe? Yeah. And so it's likely the case that this would help us on our path to having a further alliance, namely the Alliance of Alliance. But unfortunately, it's going to be leaving the base map. I don't really want to do that. All right, we'll learn about prostheses. Cool. Cool. We'll do multi-barrel weaponry next so we can make miniguns for the children. And we still have plenty of food in the old stockpile there. I think this is why I was getting ready to fight the third boss, is that everything feels pretty good right now. Like, the base feels stable and ready in a way it didn't for the past few streams. I just don't want to summon the boss while they're Alpha Beavers here. I can imagine it going so poorly to do so. So, once it's dealt with, we'll definitely summon the third boss. Kelmar's armor is looking okay. I believe if we fight the second boss again, we're able to make Kelmar a mech master armor somewhere. Probably the mech table or machining table. No, I think the armor may be third boss, actually. You can make a fancy helmet, but that may be it. Yeah, just the fancy headset there. So after Ultra Mech Tech, you get access to the Mech Lord suit. Ooh, ah. To make that, though, I think you need to have the special piece from the mech you're fighting. And so we'll have to decide if we want the helmet or the suit or what first. What's a repair probe? Implant which increases the speed at which the Mechantor can repair a mechanoid. It does not consume more energy. Okay, I know it's possible to repair at distance with a different mech insert. So I wonder if these stack, where you can use the repair at distance more quickly. It'd be very cool if so, but that requires fighting more bosses. Obvious thing to do is to mark a whole bunch more flooring to smooth out. But I do want to get that section done. Buddy is still mining. Okay. They've fallen asleep. They say they're still Manhunter. Wait, has there been a change to how Manhunter packs work? So previously it really was, if you fall asleep, you stop being Manhunter. There are only 10 remaining, though. There were 25 before. Huh. Let's just go fight them, because I'm kind of tired of looking for them over and over again. Also, poor little slave friend is sleeping with someone's blood nearby. We'll invite you to help with cleaning to get rid of that real quick. Alright, Lord Kelmar. Bring forth your mech army. They might have Scaria, so they'll still wait till they die. Maybe so. I mean, this one definitely is sleeping. So the ones that are sleeping, they did have Scaria. So I guess they can sleep with that disease? Yeah, not sure. Let's go deal with them. That'll be A-okay. Little conga line here. We do not have Big Boy, the miner. I don't want to wait for him to come out of his hole, though, so we'll leave that as is. And we'll leave Pepper at home also. So like I said, if I throw Kelmar into this box, and take my longest ranged characters, and move it south, we'll see what happens. I'm actually going to send Space Heater away. I just don't want to deal with things catching on fire. How far can our troops move? All the way down to there. Cool. We'll have our 3 meleeers go to the front of it. Snowing. Beginning to look a lot like Christmas. These are melee folks, so we do not need to worry about cover at all. And long-range shooter, yeah, can definitely shoot it from the outside edge here. Closer and closer. Okay. If nothing else, we'll pick them off one after another. Hello? Hello? How far can the Lancers shoot also? Not quite as far, but we can move them forward and then pull them back if the whole group ends up coming. Yeah, it's not close enough. That's as far as they can move, right? A tiny bit more, but it's not going to help, unfortunately, with the current issue of range, I think. Oh, they're actually hitting just the edge, but then popping back out again over and over again. I'm actually untarget for all of them and let them choose their own targets as they can. Oh, they're not going to choose their own targets, though, because these things are not actively fighting. Is that true? Oh, they're all coming now? Maybe? Possibly? 2 more are coming. Very good. A fine start. So disengage, disengage, disengage. And we'll have the Militors blast all at once there. Have a ranged dude move in and pick it up. Boop. Good stuff. The little troops are not doing a great job of finishing someone off. There you go. Good job, Scyther. What'd you do there? Mac cut the Alpha Beaver with right blade, injuring the left ear and nose. Collapsed due to missing an ear. And Von Goff continued doing quite a bit of work after losing an ear, so not quite as strong as the fine painter. Hey, Femini, how's it going? How many more we got? 8 remain. Okay, I'm feeling confident. We'll call it overconfident, which I've been told is a slow and insidious killer. But with only 8 of them, we should be able to fight them with Kalmar out on the field also. And that way we can move closer and pick them up in a hurry. I just need to make sure they're all tricky. So this one over here could come from behind and cause problems. We'll see. We'll see. Yeah, it's sneaking around. Why are they in a pile there? It's weird. I'm going to move in range of the Militors. And keep Kalmar towards the back, definitely. Okay, Militors, I want you to turn this way. One nice thing about the Militors, they have very strong knockback, which can really slow enemy movement in a hurry. Mac, pick that one up. It's snowing, so maybe they're huddling for heat. It is a cold Rimworld we got going. Where is the one that was sneakily coming around? It's gone quite far away. Alright, one last bit of hunting. We can let little Tim here go free. All of these also can be used again. We'll like Kalmar to quickly repair the 2 downed haulers. Neither one is totally broken and destroyed, so they'll hop back up real quick once they have their legs again. And then can we get the other Alpha Beaver? We definitely can get the Warg, which I said it earlier, I was worried the Warg would eat my children, so happy to fight it. The Halberd here. How damage is Holly? Yeah, missing a foot also. Where'd the Warg go? Where'd the Warg go? It ran to the north, away from our fighters, unfortunately. Unfortunately, this one has no energy remaining, so it can't be repaired. It uses internal energy to repair the bots well enough. The Warg actually went south. So where's the Alpha Beaver, though? It will definitely eat all my trees if I'm not careful. Oh, it's down. There are no Alpha Beavers remaining. Cool. So I'll have Kalmar go ahead and drag Wait home. And then move all of these into dormancy so they go home as well. And Space Heater, you go home as well. Great. Some more bodies to deal with for the hauling bots eventually. We'll go ahead and allow absolutely all of them. Awesome. No. Glad I know this is happening. It would be very confusing later if I couldn't figure out why my solar generator had no power coming in or sunlight coming in. So this counts as an enclosed room. We do not want that. We'll leave it unroofed, and that way the solar panel will get plenty of power. I found the roof line along there, though. No particular reason not to. Okay, Big Boy's slow march south continues, and he has about a third of energy right now. When do they recharge in his group? At 30%. Okay, so in just a little bit here, he'll turn back. Hopefully he'll make it all the way back to the charger. It is quite the distance away, though, so I'm not quite sure how that'll work out. Okay. A little more steel, some more components. And then third boss. So one thing I talked about trying to do earlier is making another hallway between here and here so that Kalmar can move in a safe way while controlling the mechs. Likewise, I wanted to move the power cable from here into the wall so it's a little bit safer. To do that, I'll have to ask Kalmar to do it directly. And so we'll ask him to do just a little bit of this, just 1 or 2 spots a day. He's an eclipse. Happily, we have no solar panels except for the newly built one, so we'll be just fine. And overhead, there's a bulk goods trader. Let's go ahead and call up to them. Pepper, say hello. Use your best adult voice. If they ask your parents, you say they're busy in the other room right now. You're not here by yourself. But bulk good traders tend to have plasteel. And so how much plasteel do we actually need to make one more Lancer? It's 75 to make it. We have 60, so only 15 more. I'm almost certain we can get that. And wouldn't that be absolutely swell? Babies get sold, as always. We could wait till they're adults and sell them for more, but... yeah. Oh, they have puppies. Oh, they have puppies. A fair amount of money. I very much want to use my money, though, to get more robot parts for Kalmar's robot body. Plasteel here. They have so much. So had we not found that one spot of plasteel earlier, I would probably buy absolutely all of this. But since we found a place to dig it, I'll buy somewhat less than I was thinking. Maybe. Yeah. They really have nothing I want other than those, potentially the dogs. Huskies. But no, we'll just buy plasteel. And like I said, I need 15 to make one more robot, but assuming we can successfully fight off the third boss, we'll be able want to make a bunch more robots. We could also make some turrets out of plasteel. They tend to be, quite beefy then. You can also make uranium turrets, and golly gosh, we have a lot of uranium. Let's make uranium turrets, I guess. Okay, so on plasteel, if we get 100 or so, we can make 2 mechs. That's the wrong box. Let's get 150 of it, I guess. Too much. All right, just 100's fine then. Cool. Now, I totally forgot you can make uranium turrets. And I don't quite know what all changes by changing the metal on turrets. I know part of it is how much HP it has. But past that, not quite sure. 70 steel still, 30 uranium. We have a lot of that, so we'll make them here. I'll then deploy these turrets based on where we're actually fighting. So we'll just throw them outside for right now in a fairly safe place. Like I said, I don't necessarily want them in the forward locations here in case there are pikemen coming who will outrange our turrets. So we'll just throw them in a middle location where we can figure out afterwards where they go. It's 5 of them, correct? 1, 2, 3, 5. Good. We'll do good. Old Reaper needs to get repaired. All right, in the morning, please do that. And did we smooth one spot? We did. Now the corner here can't be smooth without digging out. So I will go ahead and mine out this one, then smooth that one, and then build a new wall there instead. Is that a little bit of roof there, I think? Okay, so we have allowed possible infestation in that area for the sake of having the wall smoothable. I don't quite know why I dug in this far, but it's fine, whatever. And like I said, we do also want to make a little path there for old Kalmar to safely move around. Also, last time we were here, we talked a fair bit about trying to make more auto doors. Now, we don't have that much safe power right now, and auto doors do consume power as they work, so probably we'll get this thing online and then do all the auto doors as well. Cool. Oh, are all my mechs locked inside still? Has this happened again? Oh, of course it has. This happens after pretty much every fight these days, where I forget to release the mechs and then get very confused why nothing is happening outside. There you go. Pepper, you're getting closer and closer to leveling up again. I think you level up at age 10. You've not been especially well cared for. I believe they can get cared for up to level 8 or 9 maybe. And only level 3, because Kalmar only occasionally pays a tiny bit of attention to his friends here. When I say friends, I mean children, and they're not of terrible importance to him. I've got 12 components, but no advanced components. Have I turned off advanced component making at the fabrication bench? I have. So I know I need advanced components to make the fancy headset and to make this thing that calls the third boss. I have no idea what else I'll need them for. But I'm going to make just 5 of them for right now, which will consume all the components we've already made, and then Fairneth's Core will get some more of those made pretty soon. Since we do have a good pile of steel, I'm not too worried about it. Awesome. Awesome. We could send a bunch of uranium or wood to a nearby faction to work on having additional friendship points. So let's go ahead and do just that. I could send them the child. Holy cow, Kelmar's worth almost 5,000 money now. Yeah, he's going higher and higher. Hey, Art, it's good seeing you. I'm doing very well today. Always the best possible days when we're... Yeah, the very best possible days we're playing a new game called Rimworld. Love it. I just recently sold all of the animals I had. I should have kept them to send to the neighbors. But what do I have for you might like? Got a lot of hay. A whole lot of hay. Said uranium, so I definitely want to send. And then ambrosia also. Ambrosia's worth quite a bit of money. So I'll go ahead and sell or send this whole stack. Such a small amount of mass. Yeah, I never quite know ahead of time how much reputation points we'll get for this, or how many reputation points. Hopefully a lot. Send 500 of those. Oh, too heavy. Uranium's really, really heavy. So no, it's probably not good to send that. I think we could send our toxic waste packs. Everybody loves that. And give you some nice little wood. Cool. Get some extra parkas. I think I set up my crafting bot to make clothing more or less eternally, just to ensure we have things to sell and send. Okay, so about halfway fill right now. Got a lot of chem fuel. And the random skins will send also, because I probably don't need them for anything. Our herbal medicine's getting lower. We had about 200 previously. Just something to keep in mind for sure. I want the jade for eventual artwork. We have a whole nother jade meteor somewhere here, so let's go ahead and send all that. And we'll pile up with some more dye as well. 90, 75, 79, 82. Close enough. All right, get the thing piled up. We're sending this to which faction this time? So we're getting closest on the people of Trabanco here, Trabanoko, but they're only a tribe. I would so prefer to have the civil union on our side, but I don't know for sure how many reputation points we'll get. If we get 20, it'd be really nice to have the people on our side. So yeah, I think I'll just go for the people for right now and see how it goes. Alright, this is getting done. Awesome. So I think I'm not going to send anyone out to work at the plasteel digger until we have this pathway dug out. I'll forbid that in just a moment. Here, I think we have all we need to begin the gestation station of the Lancer. Kelmar, nope, missing something. Missing a subcore and 4 components. There are definitely 4 components there. We'll see. I should auction my kidney off for kicks, bet folks who would buy it. I've previously thought very seriously that I might have a moral obligation to donate my second kidney to charity. like to another person who needs it, because I can survive on one kidney and other people have no kidneys. This is one of those things that troubles me immensely to think about. Pepper, into the machine you go. We use Pepper's, a scan of Pepper's brain for the new Lancer. Wait, yeah, Lancers don't require the big brains. But no, the idea of selling parts of my body for money does not sit terribly well with me. I think I like having my body. Like, again, a charity, I think that might be necessary, but selling to the highest bidder, probably not. Probably not. Though I always do wonder how much people pay for these things. There's a very sad story out of China, maybe 5 years ago, I think, that I do teach in my classes, about this kid who was like, well, was desperate for an iPhone or an iPad or something, and he found someone who would buy, I think it was one of his kidneys, or maybe like a lobe of his liver or something, for the cost of an iPad, which is so much below market rate for these things. So not only did the kid like literally sell his body, which fine, whatever, but got cheated in the process as well. And I always put this forward to my students who are like, the market can do no wrong. If there's an agreement between the buyer and seller, it's ethical. I'm like, that kid, it was like, what, like 17 or something, sold one of those things that you cannot get more of, period, for the cost money you can get relatively inexpensively. And the students at least paused to think through that one and sort of recognize the potential holes in the easy libertarian answer there. Hey, cool, the hospital's all finished up. Did not see that, but we have a hole in the wall there we need to fix at some point. And we want to have Kelmar go ahead and smooth this next. Wait, lots of hay. What are we going to do all that hay? A wanderer joins us. A child. Why are they all children of 12 years old? We keep having this happen where 12-year-olds join us. Oh, goodness. Oh, Blue. This is one of those, what are they called? Pleasure slaves? Pleasure something? High mate, that's what it is. Designed companions and concubines with a unique ability to psychically bond with a mate. High mates are empathetic, beautiful, cheerful, and talented in social matters. They're also inept at manual tasks, physically weak, and mentally incapable of violence. So those person rolled tough. They have a genetic delicate, and so that cancels out the rolled trait. They have a base bonus to sociality. And what part of age 12 are you, my friend? Like, you're definitely part of the base, but... Alright, you got 2 months to go in the machine. That's how this goes for sure. Whoever the high bonds with gets really happy or miserable. Hopefully don't bond with anybody. Them's the facts. Alright, friend Rog, I don't know if you're still here, but thank you for the earlier subscription. Shirley will take very good care of you for the remainder of this playthrough. And then you'll go into the machine. And everybody loves being in the machine. Does the children area allow them to go into the hospital? It does, good, good. So the kid will sleep here. Now, competent at construction. That's good. I guess we'll just have you do artworks until you get fed to the machine. Also, new Lancer is coming. I'm going to say it now. When this Lancer is made, we're summoning the third boss. Unless the rest of the base is somehow on fire. We don't have miniguns researched yet. So, we're going to go ahead and make 2 more assault rifles. It's for the children. And I believe I want only Kelmar doing that. Because there's a higher chance of getting a masterpiece weapon. Okay. All of our items are fully loaded. Can we blast it to the tribe nearby? I actually don't know if they're nearby. We'll see. This is the pig people. This is the empire. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. The nearest tribe spot's way out here. We'll need to go ahead and increase the fuel amount. I'll go ahead and do all the way. I'm not going to be stingy on fuel right now, but we'll see. Aw, and little Rog found themselves a lovely little bike helmet. Good job, kiddo. Currently helping out with smoothing. I do love that job. Hey, it's party! Lord Kelmar's throwing a party for all of the children. Happy birthday, Rog! Welcome to the family. I think this is actually the first declared party of the entire playthrough. And I have no idea why it took so long, but I'm kind of a fan of it. Yeah, it's kind of nice to see Kelmar inviting the kids over for a little friendly time before they all get sent back to the mine. Oh, do slaves not get to come? Is the slave really heading into the pit down here? Oh, what's happened is the area where my miners go to be unable to do the physical digging, can only do the machine digging instead, needs to have this area removed. Cool. And then like I said before, I want to forbid this for right now. We'll turn it back on once this is all dug out. We're all going to the party. My good. The people are heading to the party now. But yeah, slaves aren't invited. Jeez. Got some happiness going. Where's the attended the party? Also, our poor recluse is getting less and less happy with more children around. People aren't eating. Are they not eating because they're at the party, or have I screwed something up on my work queue here? Nope. They didn't want to bring food to the party. They thought that Kelmar said that there'd be a meal provided, but just not so. I said also that I'd make an orphanage down here eventually. That surely has not happened. But soon, soon, soon. Alright. Lancer friend. We have 2 full cycles, each of a day or so. So we have 3 days until time for the raid. We have some of the turrets online. These ones are missing components. It is possible that Fairneth's Core has turned all the components into advanced components. Yes, indeed. We're working on clothing right now. Tailoring comes after smithing. So I wonder why. Oh, we have no steel. Okay, so we consumed all the steel in making these turrets and the various items down here. So we need to get more steel again. Happily, little buddy Pepper MG is back to work. Doing a great job pumping out more and more steel, which will all get consumed before too long, I suspect. Because I sold insect meat, we now have no more insect meat for making kibble for the animals. I wouldn't mind an infestation, I guess, as long as it's not a terrible spot. We can begin cooking kibble with animal products instead. That'll use the milk and the eggs and so on. Struck Machinery. Speaking of wanting more components, how great is that? Hey, Arctic Soria, thank you for the 5 gift subs. I really appreciate that. Hopefully all y'all who got gift subs, Sinner and Mad Africa and Monstro and Bulletproof Bullets and Hey You, Get Off My Cloud. What a great name that one is. Thanks for being here. Thank you for the generosity. Happy Rimworld Friday to you and to yours. I hope you woke up this morning. Send a message to those you love and say, you know what? It's the happiest day of the week. It's Rimworld Friday. That part got smooth, very good. And again, thank you for your generosity. It is really appreciated. A whole bunch. I mean, I know I wake up on Rimworld Friday morning feeling like it's going to be a good time. So we can't make these additional weapons because we don't have any steel. Now, the big hope, of course, is that Big Boy finds some steel in here somewhere. But that's always rolling the die. So, why is there vomit here? Oh, yeah. I definitely invited Pepper to have his brain scanned. And the consequence of that is some vomiting, perhaps. Now, what we could do, of course, head to the world map. I was going to say I believe there are mining spots here, but I actually don't see any mining spots. So, never mind, never mind. We have logging, and we have these ancient complexes. We go explore and find some cool stuff, but world map is scary again. Okay, I believe we fully filled this with fuel. We did. And so we can now send it anywhere we want to. If we send it here, we get plus 27. As of right now, the faction is plus 55. 27 will go over 75, so we will have a second ally, which should help a whole bunch in the third mech boss. So there it goes. I'm going to put down a new transport pod here and forbid actually making it because I don't want to use this steel currently. All right, we have a second alliance now. People of Trabanako as well as the Empire. The Empire are definitely the better ones, but I do wonder if part of this playthrough, like in a normal playthrough, one thing I would definitely do is try to make nice with everyone we can. The Poinka pigs and the Neanderthals and all the rest. But that's not really in line with Kelmar's approach to the world. Instead, he's more interested in just taking care of himself and his kids. Thinking about the steel that's coming out of here, though it is really nice having the uranium turrets getting made. And we have 70 there, 70 there, 70 there. I want to make sure I stop making advanced components right now. So we end up with actual components to make assault rifles and to make turrets here. Now, the assault rifles require, is it 4 components? 7 components. All right, kiddos, you're not getting weapons. You're going to stand by and watch Kelmar fight, I'm afraid. So yeah, it is me just when the Lancer's done. We'll go ahead and summon the boss fight. I think there's a way to make this thing go faster. I think it may be a brain implant. I think Kelmar may have one of them already. Yeah, the mech gestation processor caused the Mechanator rather to gestate new mechs faster, up to 6 times. We've only done 1 so far. Also, a quest called Sharp Animals. The Empire lost a scouting party to 9 man-hunting rhinos. He wants us to fight them. 4 Janissaries will join us. If we do this, we can train over our people to use psychic powers, get some components, and the infinite chem reactor. I would like that. Heavy SMG for a child, though, I'd also like. So infinite chem reactor is great because you don't need to have anyone do the work of making more chem fuel. It just goes automatically. However, the idea of a legendary heavy SMG for a child, you can't say no to that. So I'll accept that in just a second. We'll fight some rhinos and that'll be a lot of fun. So we'll put our non-combats inside. Move the tunneler over 2. I think that's all we need. Hey, Super Monkey, how you doing, my friend? Animals have some kibble that'll keep them going for a while longer. Need some planting here. I just put my agricultural bots inside, but that they've not filled up the daily pens again, so I gotta work on. Okay, let's go and accept this quest now and get 9 rhinos to fight. The heavy SMG. And again, we have 4 bonus troopers here. I don't want to say this fight's me ridiculously easy, but I think this fight might be ridiculously easy. Hello, Gekas, and Celsi, and Sinadenos, and Ruspusbos. Perfect. Now, you have a fancy gun, 15 in shooting, nice. Fancy gun, 10 in shooting, fancy gun, 7 in shooting, and really fancy gun, 5 in shooting. Why on earth did they give the big dum-dum Neanderthal a charge lance? This makes no sense. They're here for us. They're allowed to die, I believe, with no consequences. You're meeting your girlfriend's parents tomorrow, Super Monkey. Good luck. It's always a very terrifying experience. That said, as I'm sure you know, they're as excited to meet you as you're excited to meet them, I assume. And, oh, poor Jim, too. Oh, poor Jim, too. Yeah, but I'm sure you'll have a good time. You know, if she likes you, then they will like you. And, you're a Resorty viewer. That's all I have to say. Just show up there, you say, "Hi, Mom. Hi, Dad. I'm a Resorty viewer." And they'll say, "Ah, you've got good taste in Twitch streams." Maybe don't lead with that. I don't want to tell you how to live your life, but might be one of those things to keep a little quiet. All right. A group of 9 rhinos are coming this way. Hollow. They're all nice and down south. I'm really glad I saw that Jim was outside. If he was over here, would have definitely died otherwise. So, I have pulled all the bots inside, so they shouldn't attack over here this time. I think we potentially could fight them on open ground, but that may not be true. So let's just fight them correctly. Strategically, thoughtfully. I also should close this door, because it's making inside much colder than it should be. Alright, Kelmar, bring your mechs to you. And this is a case where I kind of sort of want to pull Big Boy in. Oh, he's actually already there. Was Big Boy actually sleeping down here? Poor buddy. Poor buddy. Rampaging wildly forward come the rhinos. If we don't have Big Boy, it may actually be an issue. Because it is possible that a rhino could tear through a scyther very, very quickly. But we'll see. I am going to end up using the Janissaries as another line of fighting. M2 almost here. Yes. Alright. The turrets have been made, but they are offline, so they're not going to get attacked, and that's fine. We don't need them in this case. Alright, where are my Lancers? Where are my Lancers? They're in a pile somewhere. Move the Militors out of the way at least. Oh, got the Lancers. And a Militor. Okay, Scythers go forward. Excellent, right on time. Every male colonist feels a wave of anxiety and anger. It's a high one. So, Kelmar has terrible doubts and concerns. The local Janissary is not sure why they're here. Everything feels genuinely terrible. So medium is -22 at this difficulty. What is a high? That's at all the males. We have to unpause for this. Only -30. Only -30. The voice is unbearably loud. Hard to concentrate. I find myself talking back to it. Yelling at it. Problem. Not just hearing voices, but you're engaged in conversation with them. Okay, so for right now, this is the formation. Now, if Big Boy gets here, things do change. The ones that are in the back row may be out of range such that, or in range such that they will be shooting their friends in the front row. The rhinos arrive. One that are taking damage. What from? A spike trap. I forgot we had those. But yeah, only one round took damage from a spike trap, unfortunately. Big Boy is... Oh, gosh. Oh, gosh. This is unfortunate. We've used Big Boy for so much melee protection. This may be a case where I have to feed more and more and more robots into the, absolute hell that is Kelmar running away. Safety. We have our doctor here, no problem. And yes, Space Heater is ready to help. So Space Heater will help forward here. He's not going to let little friends on fire. So far, so good. Everything's fine. A rat has self-tamed. Seeing how well they're doing against the rhinos, a little rat is now rat number 1. Welcome, rat number 1, to our base. Amazed to see that middle Scyther is still up, actually. Like, I was fairly sure it was going down right away, but good job dodging. Is that all the rhinos? So 'tis. So 'tis. Good job, folks. Back to work, everybody. Need to let the hauler bots out immediately so they get rid of those nasty, nasty bits. For a brief moment, Fairnet's core almost got out. Can't do that. Okay. Big boy, return to your tunneling. Poor buddy. Didn't even get out for a second there. And then Militaurs go to sleep again. Hey, Belgian guy, how's it going? Hope you have a good day. Okay, do we want to name that rat as well? So as of right now, we have one tamed rat whose name is... Did I sell the other rat? Oh, that's a terrible thing to do. Maybe this is the same rat returned from earlier. I know last time we asked for a rat name, I said I would do this next. So this is Splinter the Rat. Whoops, Splinter E the Rat. And surely Splinter will find a deep, dark place in here and start finding some turtles to join him. We may actually start taming turtles for the simple purpose of inviting them to join the force and name them after the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles all the way. Okay, unfortunately we're getting high brakes on our visitors, the Janissaries. They will leave us at some point. Oh, is it only when the rounds are actually dead and bleeding out is not dead that the quest ends? Yeah, that'd be killed. So, Militor friend, get shooting. Oh, poor rhinos. Alright, as I kind of expected, our visitors are going to start wandering and having a real bad time. As long as they don't try to murder anybody, we're fine. Okay, I'm going to take the other guy who's heading towards mental break and send him outside. I'm actually going to send all of them outside. So we'll have as much time as possible to respond to them if, well, you stay down here, if they decide to break. Yeah, this high mental drone is causing big problems with our visitors. One rhino's killed. Get the next one then. Hey, Super Monkey Apples, thank you much for the resubscription. I appreciate that. Have a good time meeting your girlfriend's parents. Let us know how it goes. Hauling Velbin together. Hopefully it's a happy relationship that is bringing you great joy, and we'll continue that way. But again, thank you for the resub. I'm glad you're enjoying hanging out with us for sure. There you go. There you go. So the Janissaries leave us. Receive a pod full of a heavy, legendary quality submachine gun. The weapon is engraved with a portrayal of a solitary cowboy rendered in silhouette near a village. A quail to the left of the main scene expresses revenge, surely by screaming. Awesome. Rog, the non-slave. Oh, you can't do violence. You are unwilling to use that weapon at all. So Jim 2, it goes to you. Good stuff. Lancer here, 1.2 days remaining in the current cycle. We'll have one more cycle after that. I also am not going to summon the third boss while we're dealing with a high drone. So, third boss is coming, I promise. It's just gotta be at the right moment. Gotta be conservative until then. And Consuela the Consuela the Queen... the Queen of Clean Sleep... Words are hard, okay? Those of you who watch the YouTube series will know that in last week's video, there was a very, very brief second in which you could hear my wife, Noms, speaking. This is because I was trying to record a sentence with substantial alliteration, something of the form of like, she sells seashells at the seashore, and I could not get it right. And so I recorded it over and over and over again, 7 times in a row or so. And Noms was in the room at the same time, and she said, "Why don't you just change the words?" And I only noticed at the very end of the of processing the audio that the very end of that words was caught. But no, I can't change the words. The way I write the script is perfect the first time, and gotta be stayed as is. But hopefully enjoyed a little inclusion of her voice. Trade ship overhead. Combat supplier. Probably nothing for us. Alright. Pepper's unwell because of his brain being scanned. Lots of weapons. Oh, the fancy, fancy, fancy armor. It is so expensive. Yeah, that would be great. Because, what's his name? Kelmar's unable to have a armored helmet unless we make it for him via mech stuff. It has to have a mech helmet on regardless. Having an armored body piece would be really nice, but not for that kind of money right now. And so I think that's unfortunately just that. Nice to see your stuff. Have a beautiful day. And they did have a charge lance, or charge rifle in there rather. I'd love to have that, except I need to keep Kelmar at max distance with the sniper rifle, unfortunately. How it goes. Now that we have a heavy SMG, we can get rid of one of the jobs to make an assault rifle here. Hey Ironstein, how's it going? Cloud, good seeing you, my friend. Thank you all for stopping in. This lovely, lovely Rimworld Friday. A slave rebellion is expected to happen roughly once every 8 days. Note that each slave's rebellion chances independence. So if any one rebels, they'll all take the others with them. So you're apparently going to rebel once every 8 days does not mean in 8 days. I mean, I want to feed you to the machine once you're 13. That is a month away. Well, Jim 2, it's been nice having you as part of the community. It's been a real joy having you here, but I hear whispers that you are interested in rebelling. And so you're going to get consumed by the machine. Do I have the components for that? Actually don't. And the problem with steel right now is going to make it so I can't feed him the machine immediately. That's unfortunate. Slay the weapon or rebel more often? Okay. I was trusting my friend here to be a good guy, but apparently not. Okay, so now that he doesn't have a weapon anymore, he's no longer claiming he's a rebel. So do we give Pepper the Masterwork Assault Rifle or the excellent Heavy SMG? I have no idea how to compare those. Except he's very, very bad at shooting. And the Legendary SMG will shoot out more shots, correct? Burst shot is 3 in each burst. Assault Rifle is 3 also. Aiming time of 1. And SMG is better, as I was thinking. Yeah, SMG is an incredibly strong weapon. So usually in my own playthroughs, like they're all my playthroughs, but before this one, or before last one actually, I almost never made SMGs. I didn't fully understand what they're good for. What they're good for is relatively low-level characters, because they're more likely to gain XP and more likely to hit than on the long rifle, the hunting rifle, which is what I used to make consistently, so it's all fine. It's all fine. Lancer needs to be bumped again, I believe. When the flash is orange, it means push the button. I should just keep him at level 1 on smithing. I think he's disallowed from doing all the smithing jobs in here. Pepper, you mining? Oh, Pepper's like having a life and enjoying himself. Fun stuff. It's a 1.2 days 1.2 days remain, and there's 1 cycle remaining. I thought we just saw there was less than that and 1 cycle remaining. Well, someday the Lance will be done. Speaking of Lancers, this is our first mech raid of the playthrough, I think. I think we've had quite a few mech drops, but our first actual raid. Also, they intend to breach the walls. Hello. So, no centipedes. One of the lovely termites. We got 6 scythers and 2 pikemen and 2 lancers. And starting way down here, I'll be curious to see if they decide to breach the walls here. As a rule of thumb, is it better to use higher fire rate for lower skill users? So my view is yeah, because the more shooting that happens, the more XP they get more quickly. So the revolver, when you first start, is better on a lower tier character because they roll the shots very quickly. That's how I think about it, at least. Okay. I don't like this. I don't like this at all. Just FYI. Do we have immediate attack, or is it coming in a bit? Immediate attack. All right. I'm going to act as if they're raiding from here without knowing that they are. The pikemen are such an annoyance with our setup with no outer wall. We do have these turrets here. I will deploy those somewhere that has power, though I'm not quite sure where yet. Okay, for right now, is Big Boy still in the hole? Big Boy! Big Boy! The Big Boy may not get here in time, unfortunately. But that is the problem with the current base setup. We'll throw him to the fighting group. All those on escorts. I know there's a mod that will let me like set different allowed areas more quickly. Every time I go through, I have to select each one carefully. I get a little confused. And we don't need Space Heater this time because he is we're fighting against mechs and they can't catch on fire. So Space Heater, I'm gonna recruit you to stand in here. Come on, Kelmar, let's go. And Pepper also. So let's go. Other children will lock indoors. Where is it? Firewall zone. Same with little Jim. There it is. Okay. Now we'll see where they're attacking and deal with it from there. Okay, so some little bots are outside still. They may draw attention, though I think with this kind of raid... Wait. We have mortars. We have mortars. We have mortars. We have mortars. Mortars we have. Mortars. Gotta use those. So, should have used them already. Mistakes made. I was saying, though, I believe it's the case that the mechs will stay with their tunneler in order to escort it instead of getting dragged off to the... little hauler bot there. Okay, all the mortars are loaded and ready to go. Pepper, real bad at shooting. Jim too, real bad at shooting. However, I need to get as many shots off as fast as possible, so I am going to invite Pepper to use this one. And Kelmar on... Actually, let's do the other way. Pepper on this one, because I want him to just shoot once. Then I'll move Kelmar through all 3 of these as fast as possible. I'm then going to go ahead and draft all the other mechs and get them out the way. As I said before, is infinitely possible. Why are you not repaired? Oh. Someone failed to repair his mechs. Huh. This is fine. This is all fine. The question, though, really is where are they going to dig in? So hopefully we can go ahead and lead this group just a little bit. It should follow right behind the path of its escorting character, so we'll put it there. And Pepper is moving to fire already. What you say? You say offline. Too bad, too bad. All right, Kelmar, move to the next one now. turn off the auto fire here so I don't forget. All right. Let's pick here or so. That area, while roofed, is penetrable roof. What do you say? What do you say? Complete miss! Pepper MG shot, despite the fact he has only 1 in shooting, actually hit somebody. Unfortunately, beloved Kalmar was off from the area I requested him twice. It's how the cookie crumbles. Okay. It is possible they're going to dig in right here, which, fine. If that happens, I want to have a turret here, which might get picked off by a pikeman outside, but it has decent cover. So we're moving a mini turret to there. Oh, you can't put it with doors. Of course you can't put it with doors. What am I talking about? If we put it just behind there, unfortunately, it will not have, it won't have good aiming possibilities. Oh, that's annoying. How to think about this then? One thing, if we put it on this side instead, if they mine through this way, it'll pick it up. And also, if anyone wants to attack it, they'll come up here. So that is acceptable, I guess. So, little pepper, install that, please. And then have Kalmar go destroy this door very quickly. We do have one more mortar shell. I think we get off in time first. Is this a mountain base? It is. It is a mountain base, yep. Except for outside is not quite so mountainous. Dodge, little hauler. Dodge. Hey, it's a hit. Who was that? Who was that? That was Kalmar's last shot. All right, so though we have not absolutely killed any of the enemies, we only damaged one of them there. This will manage to dodge somehow. But this one, direct hits, fine. They're weaker than they would be otherwise. So Kalmar, I want you to go inside now, like so. Oh yes, it is nicely distracted. There goes Holly. So for whatever reason, the termite decided it hated Holly. Also, we did do some damage to the termite on one of those mortar blasts, I believe. Oh, spike trap actually. Cool. Craft? Oh no, that caused Holly to collapse. I saw a crack cause collapse and said, wait. Did the trap actually cause the termite to be unable to move? That is not the case. Thank goodness. Okay, I really don't know what's happening here. Kalmar, go ahead and destroy this. And move my mechs inside also. Kalmar is being targeted right now. He won't get hit behind all this, will he? No, it surely won't happen. Surely. And it seems the termite is uninterested in attacking this wall. So he might attack this wall, or perhaps go inside. I'm just not sure. And these raids are always so terribly awkward. Okay, so I asked Pepper to come down here and drop a turret there. This might count as child abuse, given how things have developed. So instead, Pepper, let's install this back here. I actually am considering dropping inside and then rethinking everything in a new fighting area. The only problem, as always, is this fellow is going to continue destroying everything between now and then. So Pepper, just dump it. Who needs cover? God. At this point, I should have been it's actually right now. My long-range folks should be firing on the termite. I was pretty sure it was going here, which is why I didn't deploy them. But go ahead and do that now. I believe they all outrange the termite, though I also believe that the pikemen will be on them very, very quickly. All right, little buddies go here. Uh-oh! Okay, fine. Fine, we managed to finish that just barely. So I want to dump a turret right there. Unfortunately, they are kind of out of the way. Pepper, what you doing? What you doing, Pepper? I'd like to quickly repair. He is repairing now. Good job. Militors go outside also. Y'all start firing. Oh, hasn't come around the corner yet. They have Militor forward. We're going to use you there. Pepper, run away. Good dodge, Pepper, good dodge. Okay, so they are attacking this thing. Kind of as expected. Pepper, you're going to get the next one of these and install it here. I don't think there's a way to force him to go around the backside, except like this. If we instead install this here, which is actually fine as well, we can then pick it up again and install it there. So Pepper, please move this one. Okay, now that... Oh, never mind. I was going to say now that the turret's up, we can not fire on this one, but it is the case that somebody shot it. Does shift click make waypoints? It does when you're moving like this. You can definitely use that for kiting purposes, but for non-drafted purposes, I don't think so. Now, I might be wrong with that. I have to say I'm wrong about that, but I thought there was no way to move them on waypoints with not drafted. Hi, Talion. Good seeing you, my friend. Hope it's nice day stopping by. Who did I order to move here? I have no idea. Cat. We have a bit of an invasion occurring now. Glad this pikeman slowed down. I'm surprised this lancer is not turned and fired. That said, it's quite injured. Its weapon is still in good shape, though, so I'm surprised it hasn't turned and fired. It might be going to use cover here. As always, give up this front line. It might be a bad idea. Where's Big Boy? Is Big Boy here yet? Big Boy's almost here. Come on, Big Boy, you can do it. This is a real argument for making an entrance here in the future. Big Boy having to go all the way up and around is really, really, really dumb of me. So, note to self, dig that out in the future. Mac is halfway healed now. It's not nearly enough. You three are going to fire once on that one. Okay. It's possible the turret will die very, very quickly here. I don't really want to use my scythers on scythers. I want to use them on other folks instead. Okay. You three fire there instead. There are other power cables kind of nearby here. Yeah, so Pepper, this takes a very long time to pick up. I apologize for that. I might bring the other children out to help. The poor children. Just there is fine. And this one, just there is fine. Gym 2. Let's go ahead and get you outside to help with that. Good. Pepper has an SMG also. Just deploying these quickly is probably the best thing we can do. I wish I had him firing, though. Okay. I'm playing this very, very slowly because this could go incredibly badly, incredibly quickly. I'm going to say it hasn't quite yet, though. So, ideally, I want my 3 scythers to get onto their pikemen back here. The other lancer is at half health. So, all of their super range folks are fairly damaged already. As before, it'd be nice to have a door here to send the melee folk around safely. We'll remember that for next time. I trust the Militors can handle some of the Scythers. 7 of them is a lot, and the big boss is still up also. I'll pause for a second. Militors, you're going to move forward to help against the Scythers. Pepper, unfortunately, is terrified. So, Pepper Friend, I'm going to ask you to fight instead. Turn and spray. Good. Just now, the termite fired on my ranged folks. I actually don't remember what kind of damage the thump cannon does against individuals. Yeah, it does much less damage to small targets, so I'm not too worried about that. What I am worried about, though, of course, it will destroy a wall where Kalmar is currently fighting. These folks do much better at closer range. This will blow up very soon. It may kill all of them when it does. Pepper, we're going to drop back again. We're going to invite you to go ahead and move this to position once more. Okay. The part where I said Pepper needs to do anything, no longer true. Pepper might die here. It's very unfortunate that the turret didn't explode. It did the fizzle instead. Okay. It's now time to move all three of these out this way. ASAPly. So Kelmar, I'm going to move you to the corner here to help. Pepper, just run away. And y'all, please kill that one. Hey, Pepper died immediately. So, I really and sincerely believed we were going to see a very, very quick little run there and Pepper would die, but not in a single strike like that. Oh, sweet Pepper. Do we already have one dead Pepper over here? I think we do. Yep. Dead Pepper there. I think two dead Peppers. Two dead Peppers. All right, make it an even 3. No problems at all. What on earth happened there? Yeah, pierced in the leg immediately. Children die so quickly. I'm sorry, kiddo. I'm sorry. Very sad we'll no longer have wildfiring there. Okay. This is fine. So now that Pepper's no longer out this way, we actually drop back and force these to come into closer range. And I believe that is the correct call here. So, I do want the meleeers to head down here to fight. That is correct. What is not ideal is that there are so many scythers. Big Boy is still coming. Where's Big Boy now? Oh boy, he's on the way. The thing to say about Scythers is I just need to stop their progress. And so the thing to say about Scythers is it's time for us to use the non-combat mechs. This is fine. Everything's fine. Y'all are you in the middle of shooting, or I believe they've all just tried to shoot and have failed. So you three, come on back. What I can't decide right now is if the Militors will be able to hold back the Scythers long enough for the non-combat bots to get down and help out. Because there are quite a few of them. Some of them are at half health right now. What I'm thinking through at the moment is, if I keep my Scythers here to fight these, it'll buy us more time to get non-combat combat mechs down. What I don't like about that, though, is that no one is on the range people, and they'll be picking folks off constantly. Alright, we're not going to give them line of sight for right now, so everyone's going to pull back. I'm going to sacrifice my Scythers. So Militors, finish your shot and then move back. Scythers the same. And then non-combat mechs. I don't have a zone set up for them down here, I'm afraid. Let's create one real quick. Does the Titan and Please Fix zone still exist? It does. So we'll move all of you to here. I will bring the doctor out also. I tend not to use the doctor for absolutely anything. Oh boy, my crafting bots get to come do combat. We haven't had this kind of emergency in a very, very long time. It may not be necessary, but it is the right call for right now. All right, Militors all fired. damage a Scyther a little bit. Cool. The Minotaurs drop back also. Let's focus fire now. This one's the one that's most wounded. So I want to have Save the Lance. Fire on that one. I need to have these two continue dropping back, because they end up in melee, it'll just be an absolute disaster. Welcome, cleaning bots. Okay, so this is how it goes. I just need to stop them. And Mary Moppins, do what you can. Game Urchin, come hide with the team. Okay, so a Thumper just came through and destroyed a power conduit. Because our turrets are not online, there's no problem with that. The only potential problem... Are we fine? I can't remember if I ran a second power cable. I did, thank goodness. So because of this power cable here, as well as this power cable here, everything is still functional. Had this been the only power cable, then these will all go offline. I would not have control of the mech horde, and that would be pretty darn bad, to be honest. So hopefully it doesn't come to that anytime soon. Reaper, you engage. Actually, we'll wait just a second longer. Let one more fire go off. We do not want Save the Lance on the front line. We then get around these as fast as possible. Mary Moppins is down, unfortunately. However, 2 more Scythers are also. Okay. All little buddies fire on this one. Lancers fire on this one. Halberd fire wildly, don't mind. Okay. Cheese Biscuits are cook. Attack that one. Lifter attack there also. Alright, once these Scythers are down, should be... Oh gosh, okay. So Big Thumper is attacking. Again, it does very little damage to smaller targets. Mac is going to die, unfortunately. Another one down, great. Mac is down also, less great. Big Boy, almost here. Cheese Biscuits, I would like you to engage this one. Lifters, engage this one. Now, my Scythers are pretty well damaged, but I want them to hurry out and start attacking these. They can't quite reach it, unfortunately. They can attack the Big Boy, which is not ideal, but that will work for the moment. Cheese Biscuits! No! Okay, one of my little mechs died, unfortunately. All Scythers down. Amazing. Okay, Kelmar, move to here. That will allow all the other mechs to head out. So, non-combat mechs, I want you to start punching out here. Just take them out of range mode. Fernathus Core, you're my hero. Alright, Fernathus Core, go fight a pikeman. Okay, now that that's in melee, we can freely move all of the long-range bots out. Militors, you're going to shift in as well. So you punch. Oops. Lift bro, attack that one. Our little agriculture bots have little scissors. Very, very cute. Fernathus Core, you're the tip of the spear, Fernathus Core. You, select you. There you go. Attack that one, thank you. Alright, Militors, do it. Because they're all locked in now, move Kelmar out to here. And we have you folks come help as well. Hey, Big Boy down. That's great. Yash moves forward. I think we're fine. I think we're just fine. Did any of you worry? I hope you never ever worried. So that wasn't quite played perfectly, but I'm relatively happy with how we decided to play that. Is that all? There you go. That's okay, right. The part I don't feel good about is Pepper dying again. But other than that, I feel pretty good about how that one went. How that one went, rather. Yeah, it was really awful of me to ask a child to move turrets around. That part was not very nice. Other than that, though, we had a good time. And yes, good job, Francis Core, leading the charge down to the south there. That imperils summoning a third boss? It does. It does. I said I would not do so if things were looking a little bit rocky, which we'll say they definitely do right now. And Big Boy actually made it out here just in time for absolutely nothing. Too bad, too bad, too bad. The Lancer, though, is not quite ready. Someday soon. I promise when I start the stream, I always say to myself, today we will fight the third boss. And every single time, it just does not happen. We gotta get our cooking bot back online pretty soon. Good doctor returned to good doctor zone. Oh, that's you, Game Merchant, sorry. There. Every single time I say it, none of you believe me will fight the third boss. But now you've definitely been tricked enough times, unfortunately. I'm glad we didn't lose the whole base there. I gotta say, like, that is the greatest pleasure in this playthrough so far, is we did not lose the entire base in that moment. That feels good. That feels good. I'm halfway to a 6-pack of peppers, it's true. We'll pick a peck of peppers real soon. Alright, 2 more of those are needed. That's some sad stuff. Yeah, I think without having a kill box, we just have to make this kind of decision consistently of, you know, where do we fight based on what we have. Let's get Cheese Biscuits repaired if possible. Oh, Kilmer's already on the way. Cheese Biscuits goes into the machine. Good stuff. Getting steel from out here. Good, good. We can do a great defragging for Pepper. This is our ceremony of remembrance, our funeral, I guess you call it. Is Pepper an MD? No, Pepper's an MG. What MG stands for? I actually remember what it stands for. It's a Grateful Dead reference. That's the kind of person that Pepper is. Into those jam bands. Nothing but a fish for Pepper. We lost a wall here. Let's go and replace that. We could actually modify this. Like, this is just how the wall was when we started the playthrough. There's no particular reason to leave it this way, but we'll modify it at some point in the future, I suspect. Cheese Biscuits is being resurrected already. Is Pepper being resurrected? Probably not, unfortunately. Do we have sufficient granite stones to make our corpse container? We do. So Kelmar, your construction skills only 5, but we'll get this done. And hold a quick little funeral, and then I gotta go after that because I absolutely need to work on the YouTube video today. I also hear Nam's just behind me playing Assassin's Creed, and she sounds like she's having fun. I want to go watch her play some Assassin's Creed. Though I'm not often a Twitch viewer these days because I stream and teach and so on, I am a my wife playing video games viewer. And watching her, I get a lot of the satisfaction that perhaps you all get watching me. And though she is not the world's greatest player, as I am also not the world's greatest player, I can see what one would get out of it. Yeah, it is very much like the couch gaming of my youth. Which AC is she playing? She is playing the Odyssey, I think it's called. It's the one set in Greece. She's a classicist. She works on Rome mostly, but and she's a big fan of all things ancient, all things classical. So she's really enjoying being part of the Spartan side and sneaking around with her weapons of Ares and so on. As I said before, the only AC I've ever played is Black Flag, the pirate one, which I really enjoyed. Really. All right. Did Kelmar finish it? He did. This sarcophagus belongs. Oh, did they bury him in a grave already? Oh, Pepper, where are you? Oh, Pepper. This might take a minute, unfortunately. This man's name is Humongous? What a great name that is. Oh, gosh, Pepper. I think I put all the new ones on the bottom here. There he is. I found him fairly easily. We're going to open up that grave and get him buried correctly. We'll see, we'll see. Because y'all are not married to me, you don't have an inherent bias towards my play. It's true, it's true. I definitely know my parents come by and watch me occasionally. And I expect they watch me. They're not really into games, they're into me. So I definitely get that. And so yeah, it probably is the case that I enjoy watching Noms in some measure because she's my wife. So point well taken. It is right though. I do appreciate y'all coming by, even though we're not, married. The playpen. Uh-oh. The game just hung there in a way I'm not used to happening. Wonder why that was. I do wonder if the base gets bigger and bigger and more movement, will it start lagging more and more? Also, a warg in the middle of our front door area. Do I give my wife $5 for my subscription to her? I do pay the bills every month. Like, we have a nice kind of breakdown in how we pay for things in the house. And when bills come in the mail, I'm the one who walks over to the convenience store to pay for it. That's been good. Lord Kelmar, let's fight a warg. It's down here. I believe in you, Kelmar. Warg Revenge, however, Kelmar did hit its nose. Does not help at all, unfortunately. Alright, we'll invite some next come help. Not that we doubt Kelmar's ability to fight an animal one-on-one, but... Is it really chasing after the Hollerbots instead of after Kelmar who's shooting it? Oh gosh, Kelmar. Let's come help. That warg has no nose. How does it smell? Awful. Alright, good luck, wait. Wait, punch. I think our bot's gonna win. Surely getting a little assistance from the bot master, but... Oh, well done, well done, well done. Future Proof's wondering, how old am I? Guess. You say you're 39, you think I'm younger. Maybe. How old do you think I am? Let me know, and I'll tell you the truth, I promise. God, glad we did not need the assistance of our bots. 34? I'm actually 30... Wait, how old am I? I just turned 39 in August. Yep, so I'm 39, born in 1983, getting old. You really think I sent out energy of being a 27-year-old? What on earth was I doing at 27? I have no idea what I was doing then. I guess I was in graduate school back then. But no, I am just turned 39 a little bit ago, and yeah, I'm glad I have youthful energy. Often when I don't shave for a while, people say I look old, but perhaps I have changed that somewhat. Did they really rebury Pepper already? Or did Kelmar not dig him out? They really reburied him already. We gotta do this correct this time. Open. Kelmar. Free. Go. You're 43, so you have no concept of age. I absolutely get that. I really struggle with the ages of my students now. Though it's the case they are like 18 to 22 in general. They don't look it to me. The older I get, the more and more they look like just children. Now, that said, I almost never actually interact with children. I have no idea what like a 16-year-old looks like anymore. So maybe I could distinguish, but I mean, not to be too stereotypical, this is even worse for me with Japanese people. Like the standard line that after age 25 or so, Japanese people do not seem to change their appearance till like 70 might be true. And this is not just a problem with Americans like me. My wife, Noms, who is Japanese, also can't tell the age of Japanese people. Part of this, though, might be what you grew up around. She grew up around primarily white Americans, and so it's just hard. It's hard to tell how old people are. Some of that are hoarding waste. Yep, that'd be me. Have not polluted the world at all yet. Pepper is now buried. So it's time for us to hold a funeral and happily remember how Pepper's doing. The sarcophagus is engraved with a depiction of 7 pikes. 10 fiends appear to the left of the main scene. The work expresses distance. For some reason, Lord Kelmar is fixated on the idea of naming a child Pepper MG. Over and over again, the children come to his base, and over again he says, You are Pepper MG. Alright, let's go ahead and throw that great defragging. Oh. Wait, can we start it or no? Okay. So it is the case that the best version of this funeral has a moral guide, a person who is officially the social worker of the faction. Kelmar's not that. Kelmar's head of research. This is going to be a terrible, terrible funeral, isn't it? We'll only have one person of our ideologian. Well, we'll see what happens. Lord Kelmar, the main speaker, has a social skill of 0. The light shines down upon Pepper. Lord Kelmar runs in late and says, Pepper was one of our kids. I think he may have died recently. These things slip your mind for a while. What matters is the robot. What matters is the ongoing glory of the base. Rest in rocks. Amen. Sorry about your brain. Okay, very good. The great defragging was lackluster. The speech was long-winded and failed to resolve any emotions. Everyone's a little bummed out of that. That's how it goes. That's how it goes. Good job, Pepper. You now get to live inside the box for the foreseeable future. Maybe someday we'll figure out how to use body parts from dead people to promote additional robots. And that'll be good. Alright, last thing for today then. I need your assistance in coming up with a name for Lancer number 1. So Lancer number 1, he's actually our 3rd Lancer. And, I don't know. I don't know what we should call him. The Lancers are currently named Save the Lance and Auld Lance Zine. It was New Year's Eve last time. Johnny Lancelots. Why Johnny? I mean, I'm not opposed to this name. It is delightful, but why Johnny of all things? Cheese Biscuits is all repaired again. We can get back to the cooking again. Alright, we gotta make notes for ourselves. So what are the things that we must do before the raid begins? Well, ideally get this digging done. It's silver. Delicious silver. I don't think there's anything else we need to do. 212F? 212 Fahrenheit. Water boils? Boiling water Lancer. I feel like I need a degree in a field I do not have to understand this humor, unfortunately. He's like Johnny 5. Is that the reference here? I think that's a robot name. All right, Johnny Lancelot made me laugh, so we'll go with that one. All right, very good, very good. Oh, you lance a boil. That's disgusting. that's upsetting. You lance a boil. That's wonderful. All right, what is not wonderful, though, is I need to go away, unfortunately. Thank you all for hanging out. That was a good joke, Game Merchant. I'm going to go tell Noms that one right away. Yeah. Do you believe this? Do you believe this note for next time? Like, it is the case that we need to repair some mechs. Got to charge them up. Got to do a couple other little repairs. But next time, we're going to summon the third boss. And other lives repeat on stream every week. So, thank you much for being here. Hope you enjoyed yourself. No stream tomorrow, but there should be a new YouTube video in the Rimworld playthrough over there then. Back on my Monday with more Dwarf Fortress. Should be good. Should be good. So thanks a lot. Have some nice relaxation. Enjoy your day away from me. See you again real soon. Goodbye.